Hey, what's going on there, everyone? I am back, doing a live stream on my birthday. I got a
Happy birthday.
thanks, Sam. Oops, a little on there, but hey, having a cold one, and of course, some pizza, free pizza.
What kind of pizza?
It's Meat Lovers and Supreme.
From which restaurant? Unless you got it from a local restaurant.
It was from Pizza Hut. From our boss, or I guess I don't know what you would call him. He bought the pizza. Hey, Justin, DJ, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, yeah. If you want to come in, Justin, I meant to email you that too, but it's up to you if you can come in or not. Because I keep forgetting I have you on Facebook. Come down here and try to keep Urban Bricks. I'm good, DJ. I'm just glad to be home after a long-ass day. It can get kind of dusty in the warehouse. Hey, Steven, what's going on, man?
What's up, DJ? Justin, Junebug, Ty.
Oh, you have last-minute silence? That's always fun, isn't it? Can I have some pizza and some of that beer? I don't know. Can you handle the Meat Lovers and the Supreme? What happened to... I'm still here, DJ. Mass Senior, bro, says what's up. Justin says, how you doing, Sam?
I'm doing all right, man.
Hey, nice. I had some tacos yesterday, right before I saw Ghostbusters Afterlife. Almost done, though, on the 8th. So, are you saying it's due on the 8th? Because oddly enough, that's my father's birthday, a week apart.
I think I'm only going to be here for like probably half an hour, and that's about it. Cause like I gotta charge my phone. But it was your birthday stream, so like I said, hey, why not?
Yeah, why not? Celebrating a birthday, the fact that I have a job. So yeah, life is grand, isn't it?
Oh, I forgot it's the 1st. I haven't been on Facebook.
Yeah, I probably got a good amount of notifications. I haven't really been on Facebook. Didn't have time. It takes roughly about 40 plus minutes, and that's if the traffic's not too bad, just to get from home to where I work. Thanks again, Mass Senior Bro. It's funny you should mention that. I don't work at the store anymore. I now work at sorting the mail now, if that's what you want to know, Justin.
But you're back in UPS.
Yeah, it's funny. I can't quit UPS. Or UPS can't quit me.
If that's your thing, hey man, go for it, man.
Well, I might have something else in mind, but this is I guess you can say it's a good temporary position for right now. But man, it was kind of hectic today because having to sort all the mail, all the numbers and everything. So yeah.
Oh, dude, I know how organizing can be, because that's pretty much all I do at work.
Yeah. And what do you know? Wild Man Beyond is in here. What's going on, my good friend? I wish I knew a way. I wish I could find a way to invite you. I mean, I would put the link in the stream, but I just don't want to attract any trolls that might start any, bullshit, especially if it's on my birthday.
Well, not only that, people pretend to be other people, and it's very tricky.
Not familiar with that, Master Senior. Greetings. And I know another YouTuber that usually says that his name is CJH or something like that. Yeah, they're coming to a close. Did you still want to come in, or if you got better stuff to do, it's cool. I understand, well, man. You said you understood, Sam, about sorting and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Well, like pretty much. Okay, I used to do inventory, but I pretty much only help with inventory. I don't do the numbers anymore, even though I do the counting. I just pretty much give the information now. That's about it.
Ty, I sent you the link. I sent it into your email. I might come in later. Okay. Do you have Instagram or something, Wild Man? I did invite John Zero Cool, but he might be busy, so that's why. I did say if he can. So, anyways, what?
Like, dude, today was.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, today was pretty busy because someone almost didn't. Someone just took a box of. Someone just took a box of meat that they weren't supposed to take, and I had to go find it. I remember which box it was just because it was like this amount of number of steak box, and I was like, wait, what happened to that box? Shit, it didn't get weighed. Well, I had to go look and find it. I found it after like 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah. It's like people are messing up. And they've been there. I have to be there to make sure there's no fuck ups. But anyway, hi Ty, how you doing, man?
All right. Work has slowed down for me right now. So winter.
Oh, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I know how that can be sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me whenever I was 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole worldwide situation.
Yep. Kind of the fall rush is over. And then it's going to slow down probably till not least till March.
Dang, that's gonna be a while, man. Well, yeah, that's 3 months. Yeah, bro, that's almost 100 days.
Yeah.
It's cool, Wild Man. I just sent you the link, Wild Man, if you want to come in. I mean, you said later, but I figured I'd go ahead and follow you and send you the link. So yeah. But yeah, this is, if you're wondering, it's Pizza Hut that I'm having. And it was free, like I said. Free pizza.
That brunch.
I'm having Thanksgiving leftovers.
What's up?
I still have mashed. Oh, he's.
I'm just having Thanksgiving leftovers.
That's cool.
Grandma's homemade banana bread.
I know my mom makes some pretty good banana pudding.
But
pretty good
stuff.
stuff.
Actually, it's banana nut bread, so.
That's cool. Yes, I was giving you the thumbs up. I saw it. I've seen it 3 times already. It's a really good sequel. Not as good as the first 2, but it's better than that dumpster fire of 2016. That's for damn sure. Who doesn't want it?
I really did enjoy it. I thought it was a nice tribute to. Harold Ramis. You know, I mean, I really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, the Thanksgiving leftovers that I still have is probably just mashed potatoes. Because I remember the day the day after, literally 2 days after No, wait, hold on. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No. 3 days after Thanksgiving.
I definitely agree, Wild Man.
I got back home and I bought 5 different types of meats, and then so I had myself a ribeye steak, and my mom had a porterhouse steak, and then but before that I ate some Thanksgiving leftovers like mashed potatoes, all that really nice stuffing.
Yeah. I don't know. I took a lot home because my grandma, lives in a completely another state, about 6 hours away. So we took some stuff home, and the mashed potatoes did not make the trip. They tasted.
Yeah, well, mashed potatoes are better fresh.
Yeah. But they're still but anyway, they're still pretty decently. They can still be good, for reheated value. I mean,
well, let's put it this way. I heated them in the microwave because I'm not I'm too lazy to use the stove. And yeah, they just. I think what she did is she mashed them, and then she also used instant mashed potatoes, and I could taste the instant mashed potato part, so.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick. I definitely can't wait for that movie. I hope it's good. I think it will be.
If it comes out.
If it comes out, it should be coming out.
I don't know. It's been delayed like 500 times.
I'm pretty sure they're sticking to the. Have they changed it or something?
Yeah, it's no longer not coming to December anymore. Like what is it? I lost track.
They delayed it.
Yeah, it's like what is it, February maybe?
Really? They delayed it? Actually, no. They delayed it to May. Fucking really? I was looking forward to that movie.
Okay, last I heard it was February. Now it's May.
Yeah. Oh my God. With you, pair of pricks, fucking idiots.
I blame Tom Cruise. He's probably freaking out. Having his Tom Cruise hissy fit.
She might have been nice to look at, but I don't know if she could pull it off. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, the pizza was cold, but here's the thing. And if you feel like your oven's being occupied, an air fryer will definitely help. That's why you could probably heard that crisp. Good stuff.
Wait, so you air fried that pizza?
Yeah. I put it in there for like 400 degrees.
That's pretty cool. I need to get me an air fryer. I'm hearing everybody talk about it. There's this whole new hype about air fryers. Maybe I should just do what everybody else is doing.
I knew he threw a fit or something not too long ago when he was filming. What was it? Mission Impossible is either 7 or 8. I don't remember. I know he threw some kind of rant.
He was throwing a hissy fit because 2 employees were not.
Taste is good, DJ. I mean, if you were in a hurry, then yeah, put it in a microwave. But I guarantee it's not going to taste that good because all the water molecules dissipate. You put it in an oven or air fryer, it'll taste much, much better. It'll be tasting like you just finally picked it up at your local pizza delivery joint, or if it was delivered to you.
Yeah, Tom Cruise threw a hissy fit because how do I put this? 2 people weren't wearing their masks during the set of Mission Impossible, and I guess it was required. And Tom Cruise had a hissy fit over it and started cursing at them and everything, and somebody leaked the footage, basically. So basically, Tom Cruise had a Christian Bale moment.
Who doesn't have a Christian Bale moment? Yeah, I heard about that Wild Man Beyond, and John says now announced reboots. How typical. I don't give a shit about the reboots. I mean, Red Sonja wasn't even that great of a movie, but it's at least it had Arnold and Bridget Nielsen was in it. So
I think Red Sonja, though, out of all of those movies, it could.
Yeah, they're gonna probably do the same with Indiana Jones, unless if they do massive reshoots on it, But unfortunately, Kathleen Kennedy's getting her contract extended, unless if something changes, I ain't gonna see Indy 5, that's for sure.
I don't know. I've heard rumblings that Bob Chapek, the new CEO of Disney, might be getting fired.
And what happens if he gets fired? Does that mean no Kathleen Kennedy, or does she get a promotion?
There's some contractual obligations with Kathleen Kennedy. They can't fire her. It's kind of a bunch of mumbo jumbo because basically they would need to find a worthy replacement to show people that say, hey, this person could do it. But Kathleen Kennedy is more because she's bringing in the money. That's what they're looking at. they're not just looking at the Star Wars movies and everything else. They're looking at the whole big picture. How fans love The Mandalorian.
Agreed, Justin. Yeah, pizza. Yeah, it's Pizza Hut if you're wondering, Mosh. It's up to you if you want it. Oh, great. I don't have Twitter anymore. I forgot to leave that.
What's up, Mosh?
Sucks. By the way, Mosh, gotta have an air fryer. If your oven breaks down, get an air fryer. Definitely helps with pizza too.
Does anybody remember the episode of That 70s Show where Hyde, he cooked tater tots in the dryer?
Never saw that.
I mean, I never tried it. I mean, I thought, man, that would be interesting to try.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought tomorrow would be my birthday, and yeah, I'd be like, well, this is interesting. They're playing on my birthday again, but no. I'm trying to debate whether or not I'm going to come home and watch it or watch it somewhere else. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know what to expect. I know some players were getting back, but we're also losing some. Like Brent Urban's gone. Gosh, who else? I don't know. McCarthy had COVID, so it's going to be Dan Quinn taking over. And our O-line coach still has COVID. He's not going to be with the staff. So, yeah.
You could, Scotty, you could just call in sick for tomorrow and watch the game.
I'll be watching the game either way. I work 9 to 5. Maybe it might be early. It might be a little past that. It depends. Yeah, I haven't watched a whole lot of episodes of that either, Justin. So
9 to 5. Damn. I wish my job was 9 to 5. It was 6:30 to 5 today. 6:30 to 5:30.
I make my own hours, so.
Hey, look at you.
So.
Oh yeah, your own boss.
Exactly.
Self-employed, right?
Uh-huh.
You can put many things. Hell, you can put egg rolls, which definitely turn out a heck of a better. Hell, that's what I like. You don't have to put any fucking oil in that damn thing. So yeah, that's what I like. Egg rolls. You can put pizza. Hell, I make my own little sandwich melts where I either get bagels, put some turkey, some cheese, throw some fresh jalapeno on there, and good to go.
My dad's wife makes some good chicken wings in the air fryer.
There you go. That too. Maybe you could watch it early. I'm pretty sure. Are you talking about the game, Justin? The game doesn't start till after like 7 or so, I think. Because here's the thing, because it's going to be airing on Fox, but it's on NFL Network and all that good stuff. So yeah,
what's 7 p.m.
Good old Disney.
Yeah. He's wondering if you own a business. So what kind?
Tree service /
Lumberjacks.
Really, whatever people pay me to do, but like tree service, handyman work, pretty much.
Oh, hey Tammy, she reps them boys too. Cool. Never owned one. Yeah, you definitely should get one or attempt to save up for one. I don't know. Oh yeah, because of FX and all that good stuff. DJ says, "Hey Tammy."
I don't know. I'm just surprised how long that show's gone on. It's always something.
Oh, you're starting to be a teacher. Wow. Wish you luck on that, man. Yeah, teachers don't seem to get paid a whole lot. And
what?
South of Heaven says, Tammy, DC for our Dallas Cowboys for life.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I applaud anybody who wants to be a teacher, because that's a really hard job to do. And, you have to deal with a lot of unnecessary things to be a teacher, not just, kids and everything. It's so good luck with that, Justin.
Yeah, good luck with it, man. what kind of grades what kind of grade or what kind of particular grade are you going to be teaching, Justin, if you pursue it further? I'll let him answer. Yep. Okay, backstory count in Travis County make a bit more than the state average. Yes, passing on the family forever and specifically special needs. So thanks, guys. Special needs. Okay. Mostly like middle school special needs. Okay.
Okay. You know,
Tammy says, good luck, Justin. You can do it.
I guess the best advice I could give you, I've actually worked with a lot of kids who are, I'm considered special needs, which I'm a lot more higher level. I would say if you're going to do that, realize that a lot of kids are higher level than most. Like for me, a lot of the times in special needs classes, like I got all my homework done.
Really? I didn't know that.
Because I would sit there and say, "Hey, I have a lot of homework. Can I do my homework instead of doing the assignment today?" And so, like,
I don't know, Mass Senior. I don't know. I don't think the Naked Gun should be remade. I think it's fine as it is. It's Leslie Nielsen. He made that whole trilogy. I don't know if there's going to be anywhere of a caliber actor or comedian that can come close. I mean, is it going to be Seth MacFarlane? Because I mean, he's okay, but he's not Leslie Nielsen.
I think I'd be okay if he wrote like a Naked Gun
yeah,
style.
he might be fine as a writer, but an actor, I don't know if he can pull that off.
I mean,
exactly. Rest in peace, Leslie Nielsen.
I think as a writer, he could pull it off, a Naked Gun style comedy, but not Naked Gun. Like I don't know.
Well, I know this is random, but I heard you guys bring up special needs. I have a little story. So like,
Okay.
I was never in the class, but I walked in the class because I guess I was doing something. I know I was on some kind of errand during school. I was doing something for some teacher, but I forget. But I walked into a special needs class, and like that Simon game where like you have to remember which color to pick, and it's like a certain pattern of colors that you have to remember.
Yeah.
I remember one kid was having a hard time doing it, and I could kind of see why. He probably only got to like 5 or 6. I forget how much it was for me, 8 or 10. I thought I was gonna keep on going, but then like oh, you completed it. I'm like, oh, I thought this game was gonna be like longer. But yeah, that like I don't know. Like I was having a little hard time with Simon myself, but I was surprised I completed it.
One of the ones that I had trouble with. Do you guys remember Bop It?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, I've heard of it. I've just never. I think I've only done it once, but I have no clue how to do that crap.
I tried it once, but like I could never get past like the first part of it. So I
think it would speed up at some point or something.
Yeah, I used to have one. I don't know. Like a lot of my toys, like they magically just disappeared. So one of the things I got for my birthday, my cousin got me the despecialized editions of Star Wars. You know what? It was really cool to see those. The unaltered Lucas cuts of Star Wars in high definition, everything. It was just really neat to see them.
Already got the bootleg versions, so.
No, I've never seen the bootleg versions because my cousin was always paranoid about downloading them and everything.
Well, I got them on the I got the physical copies of those. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Pick action heroes to F up the following: Jeffrey Jones, Victor Salva, Jared from Subway. We're trying. Who is the worst from that list? Let's see.
Well,
Is it Victor or Jared?
Well, let me just say, all three of them are better off drowning in a lake.
In a way, I'll say the least one will be Jeffrey Jones, because I feel like Victor Salva did something worse, and Jared. I feel like it's a tie between those two, Victor and Jared. So yeah,
I just
both Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme, they have my permission to fuck up those assholes.
I say get
Maybe rough up Jeffrey Jones a little bit.
I think Jean-Claude Van Damme do a roundhouse kick to the balls.
There you go.
And then hopefully both of them burst.
That's true. I think in a way it kind of did. Smack him in the head with a hammer, throw him in the cage. Johnson, Rebel Wilson. Don't know about. I mean, Rebel Wilson's annoying, but I guess Victor Salva would be first, Roman Polanski second, and you can just remove. You can remove some crabs and maybe have the crabs, torment her. I guess I don't know, but
yeah, I mean.
So, has everyone done some early Christmas shopping or no?
Yes and no.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's the way to go, because whenever you're stressing,
I mean, yes, you're planning on it, but no, you haven't done it yet, right?
Well, I did a little bit of Christmas shopping. I plan on doing more. I just need to pull out more money. I'm just not broke. I just need to find the time.
Yeah.
And my weekends can be busy. Sorry.
Not have to deal with the night traffic, right?
Well, yeah, pretty much, but it's still a stress anyway, so might as well stress it before than stress it later. I'm a get it over and done with type of person.
I need to find some extra cash before I
spend your money.
When you got expensive girls, it's kind of hard to do Christmas shopping. if we know what I mean. So
well, okay, you plan on getting your girl something special.
Thinking about it, something pretty.
That's a good suggestion, John. Yeah. Not sure of a Canyon. Look up Jared Fogle, Peter Griffin. Probably Jared Fogle, then Kevin Spacey. I don't know about Peter Griffin. I mean, yeah, sure, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's a saint compared to those two guys. Although I heard that Kevin Spacey's wasn't it dropped, or wasn't some of that not true, I guess, or semi-true? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
good point, well, man. Who cares about Star Wars now? Ghostbusters is my Star Wars. The only modern Star Wars we need is Cobra Kai. I really need to watch a good part of the season. I mean, I get the idea of what's happened, but I mean, I do know that Terry Silver is going to be back in the fourth one and all that good stuff. It should be good, but
Cobra Kai is a good show.
I need to commit to watching the series, and Cobra Kai is just it's kind of a commitment,
I barely have time with the hobbies I do. I barely got time watching TV, honestly, for the shows I love, but yeah, I need to get on Cobra Kai.
Yeah, same here. I think it's on Netflix now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get it soon, though. Have a couple reviews that I'll be working on. Yeah, I need to go back and I need to get to that one Dead or Alive review. I just haven't gotten to it. Been working, and my father's. He's doing okay now, but I don't know, honestly. He needs to really get this whole knee surgery issue fixed. he got some real bad infection. He actually ended up in the ICU for a bit.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well,
And the prosthetic, I guess the knee prosthetic, apparently it needs to be moved, it needs to be repositioned, I guess, because it shouldn't have moved because back when I had to help him after the operation, he had to elevate and somehow it ended up moving somehow. I don't know. So they need to kind of redo the operation. I don't know when that's going to happen though. He's already talking like he wants to come back here. So, geez, just add another stress, part of my life. Scorpions at squash. I don't know. Evil Cartman. I don't know. Probably Harvey Weinstein, Steven Seagal, and I don't know. Eric Cartman could be hilarious to look at. I guess I don't know.
Did anybody see the? Speaking of South Park, did anybody see the post? Well, YouTube censors if we say it, but the post, the special that was supposed to come out on Thanksgiving, that was about the future, and it was about the virus.
I don't think so.
It's like when they're like all older now, and I guess Cartman's a rabbi.
Oh, okay. I saw some little ad that had Cartman in there, and is that the one you're talking about, where he's a rabbi?
Yeah, where they're all like older.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know who started the pandemic, right? According to South Park, it was Randy Marsh because he's the one who he was partying with Mickey Mouse, and he had a little too much fun with the bat.
Had a little too much fun with Minnie Mouse as well.
I guess so.
Yeah, she took a squat, bend over, and
well, no,
with these, I guess.
To Mickey Mouse, all a bat is a mouse with wings.
Cool. But I know that it's kind of disappointing that Matt won't give Ghostbusters Afterlife a chance. I mean, I can understand he's not, impressed with it, but that's it. That's him, I guess. I think he would like it better than Bill and Ted 3 or Halloween Kills.
I think, Matt, if you happen to watch this and or see, in the chat here, I'm sorry, but I think he's kind of told himself that he won't like it so much that it would be shocking if he did an epic rant on it. You know what I mean?
He did an epic rant on the new Resident Evil film. I'm kind of surprised he didn't praise that film.
I thought it was just okay. Like
I haven't seen it yet.
I don't know. Again, if I know he doesn't usually watch your streams, but Matt, if you are in here, I'm sorry to say this.
He's occasionally watched here and there, so
well,
he's probably got a lot on his plate right now. So he's probably got to do some reviews. Anyways, what's up?
Well, if he's in the chat, I'm sorry, Matt, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm telling you this as a fan. I think you've kind of lost your touch away. So, like,
no, I'm gonna go with the third option. Neither. Ted 2, I actually have to admit that was kind of a fun sequel. I mean, hell, it even kind of slightly parodied Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, whichever one it was going for. Hell, I liked the little cameo by Michael Dorn. That was kind of funny. And what's his face? Patrick Warburton. He was like, "No, we're just going to tie our dicks together." And they all make fun of everyone at the Comic-Con. I noticed we lost Sam. I guess he had to charge up his phone. I guess I don't know. But if you don't come back, Sam, thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated if you do indeed come back. But I have to admit, Amanda Seyfried's kind of cute. Was that one girl? Which one girl are you talking about? Lucky Stranger Boy? I mean, she wasn't horrible, but she was just kind of there, I guess you can say. I think my main problem, honestly, looking back, was I felt like some of the editing could have been done a little better. Here's the thing: right when Janine comes into play, they're having this conversation. I felt like something should have really gone on between them more. I always kind of disliked how it just kind of cut right into the next scene where they're heading to the burger joint and all that. So yeah,
I just want to know. I just want to know if they make the second one, which I know they're talking about it. Who are they going to get to play Oscar?
I don't know. That'd be interesting. I know the twins that played Oscar. I don't think they're in acting anymore.
And one of them passed away.
Oh, one of them passed away.
Yeah.
Shit.
Um.
Oh yeah, it's.
I'll say this. I'm gonna throw in somebody interesting for. I'll throw in somebody interesting for Oscar. He hasn't really done much, but you guys might know who. You guys know who his dad is. I'm gonna stress just Chris Candy.
Chris who?
Candy.
Chris Candy.
Yes. He's his dad. That's John Candy's son.
Oh,
I mean,
good to know. Anyway, go ahead, Ty.
I think he could pull it off. I mean, he's he has his little comedy stuff he does, and he just kind of needs his big break. Honestly, I mean, or if he sucks, then he sucks. But I think that he at least should deserve a shot because
Take care, Mass Singer. Yeah, Tammy, you actually know about that. That's cool.
Yeah, Chris Candy. It's John Candy's son. So I think he should play Oscar. Honestly, I mean, I can't think of anybody else that's really funny.
Better go to the hospital, man. If you got one, you gotta get cured. Hey, let's see. Where can I? I thought I could comment or exchange. Oh yeah, private chat. Okay. Hey, Ty, I'm sending you a message through private chat. Okay. Thank you, Mush. Appreciate that. I was gonna say, do you think that was Rice Bitch? Or Billy Boob? I don't know.
Well, okay. It's okay, Rice Man. I guess I guess something improved with you if you have an STD now. Because did you take the blue pill?
Yeah, good one. Yeah. Did you took the? Did he also take the red pill? Maybe he took both. I don't know.
Maybe,
Humble Tuner Ghostbusters 2. Gosh, I want to say both.
If you have a gun to my head, I'm gonna pick. If you have a gun to my head, I think I would pick Home Alone 2, but I do like Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
So.
And for even Jennifer slightly known more due to people she's interviewed, friends of John, but they don't seem to have the same acting itch. Interesting.
Chris, no. Actually, Chris Candy is acting. He just, I mean, the problem is I think people want him to play roles like his dad, and he's not his dad. So but I think that at least Chris should take that opportunity to do something like Ghostbusters 4, because it would be, I think it'd be a good step in his career, and it could be, I mean, he is acting, but it's just people don't give him opportunities because I think people just want to be his dad. You know what I mean?
So a lot of people are expecting him to be his dad, but he might be, going his own route pretty much, right?
Mhm. But like working with guys who knew his dad, I think they could stick up for him more, like saying, "No, Chris is his own person. He's gone." I mean, listen. I mean, I don't want them to get like Pete Davidson or something as Oscar, because that would suck. So
But I haven't had it in a while. Maybe I'll give it a shot if they're interviewing in Texas, but I'll probably have to go to California. Or should I put this California? But wait, I shouldn't say that. That'd be offensive.
I mean, we're getting to the point where I could just say I farted, and that's offensive. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just I don't know.
No one can be like John Candy. He was one of them. That much is true.
Yeah, that is true. I love Fabio says how he identifies as Cool Ranch Doritos.
There can be only one Cool Ranch Doritos, right? I mean, I do know that my store would do their own little generic version of it, which is I've tried them. They're not too bad. They're almost similar.
Favorite TV show theme songs. Love and Marriage,
Married with Children.
like a horse and carriage.
Yeah.
Married with Children. I love that 70s.
There's X-Men. There's The Equalizer. There's so many. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Transformers. Robots in disguise.
And we're ready to party. Garfield.
Well, you know what they were. I mean, they were kind of TV shows before TV.
Magnum PI.
Before TV, before TV existed, they
100
were
years.
They were shorts, but I'll say this: I love the. I
mean
love
Cobra Kai, not Con Kai.
No
worries, wow, man. I get where you were going with that.
I love the Three Stooges theme song.
Yeah, do. I can't do it now. I haven't watched Three Stooges in a while.
I love the Stooges.
Did you ever like the movie that came out in 2012 or something like that?
I do like that movie quite a bit. I wish the Three Stooges have such a rich history that I think like it was good. It was good for a shortened version of their life. You know what I mean? I think what I would love to see is like a Three Stooges like mini series or like series on YouTube, or something, Speaking of this, did you know? I did find this out. Curly's grandson. I don't know how old he is now, but Curly's grandson is doing his own Three Stooges act, and like literally taking over the Stooges.
Really cool. What's going on, Rob? Thanks for the birthday wishes, man. Yes, like the stream, save the dream.
He has his own YouTube channel. I follow him. I mean, it's just he's just a Three Stooges impersonator, but out of all impersonators, somebody who's the grandson of one of the Stooges.
Thanks, Rob. Much appreciated, man.
Has more credibility than a lot of impersonators. So,
Right. Thanks again, Tammy. Really do appreciate that. Turning 37 is just another year ahead, right?
Three more years till 40.
Yeah, to the big 4-0. There was a movie came out in '85 called Stooge Mania or something like that. That's all I know.
Did
you ever like the film?
It's
not the worst thing you've seen, but not the greatest.
I mean, it's like a it's like a 2.5 out of 5, I would say. It's mainly just because like I don't like the actor. It's more of a personal thing. I don't like the actor they pick as a lead. It's Josh Monstel.
Agreed, Timmy.
You know who I'm talking about?
Who?
Josh Monstel. Is his name?
Gosh, I don't even know him. I mean, did he ever do anything else after that?
Well, you remember Big Daddy, the
Yeah.
Adam movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the guy with glasses and the beard who's the head of the orphanage who takes Julian away?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's that guy. I've never really liked that guy as an actor.
Yeah, he reminds me. I wouldn't say he's horrible. But he was also in Billy Madison too, right?
Yeah, he was. He was the principal.
The principal.
Yeah, no, like he's not the worst actor in the world, but like his dad.
He reminds me of like that. What's the other actor that was Dennis Nerdy from Jurassic Park?
Huh.
No Time to Diarrhea. That's a good one, Law Man. If it's trickling down your leg, diarrhea. Diarrhea. I mean, what'd you think of No Time to Die, or what's another good one? I don't know.
No Time to Die. I disagree with Fabio. I think the action was some of the best that I've seen in the series in a long time. Like the shootouts were great and everything.
I'll admit they had some good action sequences. I have to admit they were a little bit better than Spectres in a way.
Yeah,
Right?
it was great action, and James Bond having a kid, that was in like I'm a massive James Bond fan, so I've read all of the books, like including the ones that aren't by Ian Fleming. So a lot of that stuff, like killing off James Bond having a kid, that was in the Ian Fleming books.
Really?
Yeah, James Bond had a kid, actually, and You Only Live Twice. With yes, this is her name in the book and the movie, Kissy Suzuki. And James Bond was killed off in the book From Russia with Love. Actually, Ian Fleming even killed off James Bond twice. So, I mean, the things that people are complaining about, like, yeah, that's in the book, so I can't really complain about that. But, like, the PC 007, that was like, yeah, I get it. But, again, that's kind of the lore of the book. The double O's know that, they're doing this for their life and they can be replaced. That's kind of a theme in the book, because it's. I mean, they're lack of a better phrase, the double O's are expendable. That's in the book, but No Time to Die. It was okay. I mean, I did not like Sphincter. But I don't know. I mean, let's put it this way. I have hope because I know they say this in every at the end credits of every James Bond movie, but it says James Bond will return.
Yeah, it did say that.
We will have to wait and see what happens. If they actually do announce that Lashana Lynch is playing the new 007, okay. Not because I'm sexist or anything. I can at least choose as a fan of the franchise not to see it then.
I thought Henry Cavill would be in the running or something.
My choice is Theo James.
Theo James, okay.
Or Theo James. Did you see Divergent?
Yeah, it's been a while, but I know who you're talking about. He was also in wasn't he in the Underworld sequels, I think?
Yes, he was. But Theo James, like, to me, he has like a young Sean Connery look to him.
Really?
And I have is Luke Evans. Luke Evans could really pull it off. And I hope he keeps that Gable mustache that he has, because come on, James Bond with a Clark Gable mustache, why not, right? I know. Wildman is really wanting Scott Adkins, which Scott Adkins would be really cool. But like, my problem with Scott Adkins is he's right at that age range where he's just might be too old to play James Bond. He's 45 years old.
I don't know if Scott Adkins would be a good fit for James Bond.
Maybe as a Bond, I want to see maybe like as a Bond henchman or something.
Or a Bond villain, one way or another.
That'd be cool too. And I know, like, a lot of people are saying Idris Elba. Now, like, listen, I mean, if it was a totally separate continuity and like he was maybe, I'll say this,
maybe if they did like a multiverse James Bond, yeah, that'd be interesting.
I'd be open to this. Like, what if can't Idris Elba play 008 and like maybe 007 has to team up with 007? And it's just because it's established as how do you explain that in an ongoing franchise that all of a sudden James Bond is that different? I'm trying to say it without sounding racist, but you know what I mean? I mean, so I think Idris Elba would be a better choice for because they've never made a series out of this guy. They've made various movies out of him, but there's a series of the most famous story that the spy was a part of is Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, but that's like an ongoing series. I think Idris Elba would be better fitted for playing, the character's name is George Smiley. I think he'd be better suited for something like that, because that would be much more of a challenging role for him than playing James Bond. So
that much is true. Yeah, that's true. Strange Boy asks, better shows that take place in the 80s, Stranger Things or the Goldbergs? I'm gonna say Stranger Things. For some reason I can never get into the Goldbergs.
I'll say Stranger Things just because the Goldbergs is like that weird show that it's really trying really hard to be a remake of that 80s show. But
yeah,
even that 80s show, which lasted one season, is somewhat better than the Goldbergs. You know what I mean?
There was that 80s show?
Yes, there was that 80s show. I don't know if you could watch all episodes for free on YouTube at one point.
Was it a comedy show?
It was. Its biggest mistake was they made it where they weren't teenagers, they were people in their early 20s that they focused on.
Was the new Wonder Years show still going on, or did that actually get pulled?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I not again. I didn't see the new Wonder Years show. Not because I'm closed-minded or anything. I just didn't think it was. I didn't see it because it was an unnecessary move to that unnecessary move. Like, look at us, we made this show and it's different, So I just refuse to see it for that reason, because it was just a woke move. So
yeah. Even though I would say you're not a fan of the Wokebusters remake, what can you say was the one good thing in that film?
Well, I know she's a lesbian, but I'm going to say Kate McKinnon.
Really?
Yeah, I thought she was hot.
Her the spiky hairdo, I don't get it.
I mean, put it this way, maybe once she gets a little Stanley, it can convert her.
Okay. I mean, Other than the Bill Murray cameo, which I'm sure you didn't like, how were the other ones? I know they were pretty short, from what I understood.
Yeah, it was just there, you know.
Yeah.
Like I saw it when it was on TV one time, and I'm like, this is stupid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did love this. They actually asked Emma Stone to be in it. Emma Stone says, "I'm not going to do this piece of crap." It's like I love Emma Stone. You know.
You definitely had more respect after that when she actually said that.
Yeah, she actually said that. That was her. That was, I guess, her legit quote that she said. This is. She read the script and said, "This is a piece of crap." Because I guess she would have played the Kate McKenna part. So, which, I love this though. They asked Emma Stone, "What's your one vice?" They said, "When you're a Hollywood actress, there's nothing better than having your nice cigarettes." So I'm like, you know what? That's what I like about Emma Stone. She's honest. So and as Fabio says, at least she's normal.
She said, "I turned down Ghostbusters because it's a whole thing." That was just her friendly way of saying it.
That's a nice way of saying it. She said it was a piece of crap.
She said the script was really funny, didn't feel like the right time for me. But are you saying that she was that she basically wasn't really? Was she kind of right about that?
Maybe IMDb is actually censoring what she said at one point, because I don't know if you're on IMDb, but I remember reading that on IMDb trivia. Now, granted, IMDb trivia, you know, you could type anything in, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just was like, yeah, Emma Stone. I like you because that's awesome.
Ghostbusters. I mean, Afterlife, right? Not that piece of shit reboot. Yeah, surprisingly, I think you mentioned, Rob, that you liked Afterlife more than the second one.
I get the feel. I don't know. Like I said, I get the feeling if somebody paid Matt to do it and he watched it for free, I get the feeling. Let's put it this way: I would be surprised if he ranted on it. You know what I mean? Because he's like pro. I don't. He's like put himself in that frame of mind where he's not going to like it. So, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, but I don't know. Like I think that like it's not like there's a jab. I love the jab in it about woke culture. You know what I mean? Did you hear that? Did you catch that, Scotty?
I'm trying to remember when was it mentioned.
What was it? One of them says the Gozer's not male nor female, and then the black girl, I can't remember her name, says sounds pretty woke for what was it, 1,500 years ago or something like that. Whatever the line was, but
oh, I see. I couldn't remember that line.
It was a jab at woke culture. So
Even better.
yeah, I really enjoyed Afterlife.
So they actually spent like 30 to 40 million on reshoots on the 2016. Damn. Oh well, they clarified that it was 3 to 4 million. Okay.
Probably because Paul Feig, the only good movie he ever did was The Heat. And even that, I kind of say that's more of the chemistry of.
It made more than the 26. Yeah, good. I hope it does. CJ, yeah. It says greetings.
Greetings. Well, I mean, I'm just a massive Bond fan, so like I've read all the books, so and you know, there's always two types of Bond fans. There's the ones who, like there's the movie fans, and then there's the James Bond, connoisseurs. And I've played all the James Bond video games that I can play. Because some of them I don't have the systems for, and I've never had the systems for. But like I've played all the James Bond video games. I've read all the James Bond books, so I'm just a massive James Bond fan. So like, I mean, I get it. There's just Bond fans that are just the movie fans and stuff like that. So, but it's cool.
Yeah.
And actually, they killed. I don't know what they're going to do, but they actually killed off that kid late in one of the later books that wasn't written by Ian Fleming in a very horrible way.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of Eagle fans were saying that Hurts was going to be a good quarterback, and yet he threw 3 picks against y'all. He actually should have had more, but
I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed with my team right now.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, Rob. We'll see if they can get together, especially without McCarthy.
And we'll see if the Broncos can get it together.
Yep, of course. Good for you. Scott Adkins should be Bond, huh? I don't know. He'd be a good villain. Roger Moore was old. Probably, yeah, more than likely so. But
yeah. But the thing is, with Roger Moore, again, like they did theoretically with Scott Adkins, they could only do about 3 movies. Because, like James Bond movies, they said for whatever reason now, they couldn't.
I don't know. I don't know about the whole Idris Elba situation. It may or may not happen. Who knows?
I say get Idris Elba as George Smiley instead of James Bond.
No multiverse. Okay. That's the only thing I can see it being, an idea, but they'll probably never do it anyway because they want to be realistic about it. So
yeah, well, I mean, I think I'd love to see Scott Adkins play a villain, like maybe like a Red Grant type of villain or something. Like I think he could be suited for that. Because it would be interesting to see James Bond go up against a guy who's that skilled.
Mm-hmm.
In martial arts. I think that could work really well.
They mentioned what's her face? Gosh, what was I going to say? Emma Stone. She said she liked the script, but she didn't want to do it after doing the first 2 Spider-Man films. Thanks, Felix Prime Sports, much appreciated. Mosh Ride, happy birthday. Let's go Cowboys. Yep, go Cowboys. Yeah, Eagles suck. Redskins. No, sorry, they're the Washington whatevers now. I still don't know about Daniel Jones, Rob, if you're still there. I mean, he had an okay game, but I mean, he played better than Hurts. That's all I can say.
I'm pretty sure. Either that or another one of my choices to be the new James Bond. He would be the tallest James Bond. I don't know how. like apparently some people don't like him. I don't know what he said. He might have said something on Twitter, but remember, Twitter's not real, so oh well. Tom Hopper.
Who?
He's his name is Tom Hopper. He was Whistler in the new in the new Resident Evil movie.
He knew who?
Whistler, I think is his name.
Okay.
He's 6'5", so he'd be the tallest James Bond, and he's like really buff. I think he'd be good. So. Heck, I even heard one person who said that he wants to play James Bond. I heard Drew McIntyre says he wants to play James Bond.
Who knows?
He'd be a better James Bond than The Rock, because apparently The Rock wants to play James Bond.
Hell no. He would not fit that profile for sure.
No. Maybe get The Rock as Blofeld.
Or another henchman villain. I don't know.
Or get the Rock as one villain. This one villain they've never used in the in the book. He was supposed to be the original Blofeld, but that really didn't work out. His name is General Goborskis. I think that's how we're supposed to say it. It's like some really weird Russian name. So.
The ghost bombs. Was that in the video game? I don't remember there being any ghost bombs in the Afterlife movie. Anyone there?
Yeah, I don't remember either. You sent Wildman the link on Instagram, right?
Yeah, I could have swore I sent them the link. I thought I did. Let's see, message. Has it really been an hour? Jeez. Oh yeah, time really does fly fast.
Yes, it does. I don't know if you guys can hear that buzzing noise, but that's just my fridge upstairs. So.
Is your refrigerator having problems?
No, it just. I think it's. No, it's that refrigerator buzzing noise. You know.
Yeah.
Just cycling, I guess. But hey, if it dies, I can't complain. I mean, I found it. It was for free, so. But I like it because it has a free.
No, I did have a beer, Mosh, but it's a beer that you're not fond of. So, yep, I had pizza and beer, 6 slices. I didn't eat all the bread. I figured I would eat more pizza that way. So yeah,
he's not a fan. He's not a fan of Miller Lite.
No.
Well, then he won't be a fan of. He wouldn't be the fan of one of my favorite beers,
Which is
PBR.
What's it called?
PBR.
PBR.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh, Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yep.
You have to get them you have to get them really cold, and they're not too bad.
Yeah. And the damn hipsters like my favorite beer. But hey, I like that beer. I snuck that beer before hipsters were even popular because it's my grandpa's favorite beer.
Yeah, Marsh says, "Is your fridge running? You better go catch it."
I'll see you later, Scotty. I gotta go catch my fridge.
Olivia Wilde made Gozer a wet dream. Yeah, I was thinking to myself that looked like Olivia Wilde. It wasn't
Yes, Olivia Wilde always makes Stanley happy.
always what makes who happy?
Stanley.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're like I said, well, man, if you want to discuss it, or maybe we should save it. I don't know when John's going to do that live stream of his. Whenever we
Oh, is John planning on doing a live stream discussing it?
at some point. I don't know when it will be this week, but it could be Friday or so.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Yeah. Do you think we definitely need a Scooby Doo cut?
Yes, because the world needs to see Daphne and Velma makeout scene.
Yep, and some good 69 action, right?
Yep. Like honestly, like Warner Brothers, what could be the worst in releasing that cut? Like maybe if you have to have the stupid disclaimer saying this is not your average Scooby Doo movie. You know, this is meant for mature audiences only, or something like that. You know what I mean? If you have to do that baloney, go ahead and do that. But you know,
Oh wait, forget I follow Mosh on Instagram. I think. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I should have. Let's see. Okay, let me find you. Hold on. I'm gonna see if you want to come in, Mosh, and give your thoughts.
Is John still in the chat or no?
I don't know. I think you might have left. Is that your refrigerator still going on?
No.
Yeah. Are you ripping spandex off or something?
Hilarious.
Hmm?
Funny. Pretty. Oh crap! Is it? I think it's no Pretty in Pink, because Pretty in Pink has the Dice Man.
Oh, Andrew Joyce Clay was in Pretty in Pink, huh?
Uh-huh.
And you got a nice little cute Kirsty Swanson in it too.
Yep.
Speaking of which, I'm kind of disappointed they couldn't do a director's cut of Deadly Friend. I keep hearing how it probably would have been less gorier, but I was curious about it. I still don't like how it ended and stuff like that.
You know,
go ahead.
With Christy Swanson, like I'm one of the only ones, but like I think I actually like her better as Buffy.
Really? She was a decent Buffy.
I buy her more as a cheerleader. You know what I mean?
She can cheer on. She can cheer on anytime she wants.
Exactly. I mean who?
Yeah, dude. Okay, gotcha.
If you were in high school, who do you buy more as a cheerleader? Christy Swanson or Sarah Michelle Gellar? You know what I mean? I bought.
Oh yeah, Annie Potts was in Pretty in Pink, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, so I buy her more as the character better. You know.
Mm-hmm. And who could forget Andrew McCarthy and John Cryer? Oh, Wild Man Beyond's here.
Hello.
Greetings. Greetings. Happy birthday.
Thanks, Wild Man. What's your name? I feel like I should call you. Not. I feel like I should call you a name for once.
I'm comfortable with Wildman right now, but my name is
Okay.
Isaiah. But you can call me Wildman
Okay.
for right now.
Well, nice to meet you, Isaiah. You know me, Mr. Scotty. Mr. Scotty, beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah, I'm good to be beaming up for your birthday, Scotty.
Yeah, I think the dilithium crystals are at maximum for sure.
For sure.
Anyways, you were asking Wild Man Beyond something. June, Ty.
Oh no, I just thought it was weird that he. No. I mean, you sent him a message on Instagram. I wanted to see if he got it or something.
Yeah, I got it. That's how I got on here.
Yeah, no. Just checking on. Yeah, because I know you sent him a message and everything, making sure the link was working for him and everything. So.
Once again, happy birthday. How old are you now?
37.
I'm 39. I just celebrated my birthday at this, I think a week ago, a few weeks ago. No, 2 weeks ago, because it was on the 17th, and that was the week Ghostbusters Afterlife came out. And I went to go celebrate it on Saturday. I went to go celebrate by seeing the movie for a belated birthday celebration. And what's funny is, right after that, it was Harold Ramis's birthday.
Huh.
Yeah, it was on the 21st.
And Egon is my favorite Ghostbuster.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Ghostbusters.
But I will say we cannot ignore the flaws. There are some flaws in it that didn't make any sense, that I feel did not belong.
I felt like
a lot of fans are saying this. If you watch any fan review, it's positive, but they never ignore the flaws. Every time they say it was good, but they don't ignore the flaws.
Yeah, I mentioned the editing being one of them was definitely the flaws, I have to admit.
Right.
Yeah, I even mentioned that the way that after when Janine and I guess what's her character's name, Carrie Spangler.
Holly.
Yeah, I feel like there should have been a little more to that conversation because it just goes right to the next scene after that.
Yeah, I got to do the terrible Walmart run, man. I got a little bag bet with 44. I just made a little bet on that and a little live stream, and then I shared you out. Or I popped your link in my chat. But yeah, I got us beating the Saints clearly. It looks like Amari is going to come back, even if he's a clone. And again, happy birthday to you, man. Enjoy the pizza and the Miller Lite.
Yeah, it was good. The pizza was for free because my, I guess the main boss or whoever it was bought us pizza. Before then, he bought us Dunkin' Donuts, actually.
Pizza and donuts celebrated though.
Oh yeah, I have.
For my birthday, I had a Ghostbusters themed gathering at my house, and we had some pizza, and I made some homemade Ecto Cooler because I couldn't find it because it was a stupid fucking giveaway because they're everywhere, but for some reason they didn't put them in stores because of some. Who gives a fuck about a giveaway? Put the damn drink in fucking stores. It's Ghostbusters. They're making a comeback, okay? You don't have to keep making a limited edition. The Ghostbusters are a comeback thing now. It's hot. The brand is hot again. Leave it in the fucking stores, please.
Yep. Hey, Mosh, if you're still here, I'm sure you've heard of Ghostbusters, right?
Yes.
Have you seen the original films?
Yeah, I don't think you guys were typing and talking in the chat earlier. I guess there's a remake. I don't think I've seen that one, but yeah, I've seen all the originals.
God.
The 2016 remake, fuck that piece of shit. The one that just came out this year is much better than that.
You know what? All this talk about Ghostbusters 2 being canon with Afterlife, which it is. What about the fucking video game? What about that?
I think it's possible to be.
No one is mentioning the fucking video game when it comes to Afterlife. I'm getting sick of people ignoring that.
What up, Josh?
Well, Cannon, Cannon is overrated, honestly. Like, everybody sits there, oh, is this Cannon with this and everything? Like, whatever happened to loose Cannon and, maybe interpreting on
You know what? Speaking of Dan Aykroyd and Loose, you remember that movie Loose
I
Cannon
remember
with him
that
and
film.
Gene Hackman? You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd stole the show in that movie. He was good. He had the split personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we can. He mentioned Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and he even threw in the Star Trek reference that I'm Bones.
But I love the scene where the car chase and he goes like, "Welcome to the National Driving School." Yeah, that was my favorite part.
Ooh. Stranger Boy. Kevin Bacon or Patrick Swayze.
In terms of action hero, well, Patrick Swayze's going to win that.
I have to go with Patrick Swayze. Kevin Bacon was okay in Death Sentence, but he needed. I think he needs to prove himself more. Patrick Swayze, he really proved himself. I really miss that guy. I really do.
Kind of sucks the way he went out. I mean, what were we going to say, Ty?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say Patrick Swayze because that guy had that old Hollywood look.
Mm-hmm.
He had that old Hollywood attitude.
Exactly. Well, Patrick Swayze, let's face it, out of all the 80 stars, he could have easily fit it right in there with, the Clark Gables, the Humphrey Bogarts,
Mm-hmm.
Or the Schwarzeneggers or the Stallones,
Yeah, it would be cool to see them in a film for once.
It would have been awesome if Patrick Swayze was in The Expendables.
Yeah.
If he was, I'm sure if he wasn't sick at the time when they were filming the first one, he would have done it,
Yeah.
But I've never seen that TV show he did, The Beast, just because that man is dying when he's on.
But he wanted to finish it. It was his wish. He wanted to finish it before things got worse. It was his wish. He wanted to finish it.
Yeah. It only lasted one season, right?
That, but
it lasted one season, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, how do you? I don't think they'd be really replacing him because I think they always kind of knew it was going to be one season. So,
yeah, I couldn't remember if they. Yeah.
All right, Scotty, I got to do the fun Walmart run. Yeehaw! So you have a good one, bro. Happy birthday again. Go Cowboys.
That's right. Go Cowboys. Fuck the rest of the division, right?
Nice to meet you.
You know it.
Nice to meet you. Good night.
See you guys.
By the way, speaking of the Beast, it was filmed in Chicago, and of course, Chicago is getting a big reputation right now with huge film reputations. And of course, I'm an extra. I do a lot of stuff. I work as a background extra. I do stuff. I've done Chicago Fire, Chicago PD. I've done Shameless. It's nice to see that city is getting the rep it has with huge, because they're filming stuff like crazy down there now. Like I mentioned, I did something with Elizabeth Moss. She was in town for the summer. I met her. So
Elizabeth Moss was pretty cool.
Yeah, so like I said, she's kind of a girly dork. She was very, very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely mentioned her cameo in Suburban Commando.
My cat stuck in the tree. That's not my cat.
Mm-hmm. Get a goldfish.
I know. Stephen R. McQueen really talked highly working in Chicago.
Stephen R. McQueen, he's the director, right?
No, that's the grandson of Steve McQueen.
Oh, not the director, the original Steve McQueen.
Yes, no, yeah. As I refer to that director, not Steve McQueen.
Will that guy change his name, please?
I mean, listen. I mean, if Albert Brooks, his real name is Albert Einstein, not Steve McQueen, can have a stage name. Even if you call yourself Steve Queen.
Yes.
Just drop the McQueen, the Mick. Just call yourself Steve Queen.
Look at Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan. Look at that.
Exactly. But Stephen R. McQueen, he was in what was it? Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, one of those shows. He's the grandson of Steve McQueen.
And don't forget, check this out. Speaking of Cobra Kai, who played the character of Chad in Karate Kid, one of the Cobra Kais. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Right.
Chad McQueen, Steve McQueen's son.
Uh-huh.
They wanted him back for Cobra Kai, but he was not interested. I hope he changes his mind, because Dutch was a badass. You're dead meat.
Well, I heard that him and William
Zaka
had had like a falling out because he was like on the sets of the Karate Kid movies. He was like, I'm Steve McQueen's son. Just very.
Yeah, he had ego at the time because he was trying. And Martin Cove, he even admitted that Steve McQueen was his idol. So I think that was another reason he wanted to do the movie, so he can work with a relative of Steve McQueen. I think that was another reason.
Well, I mean, even honestly, like I'm pretty sure if Steve had lived, like he would have, if his son got an ego, he would have told him to shut up, and probably honestly gave his. I know he was like in his early 20s, but he would probably still give his son a spanking at 20 years old. Because
you're saying he would have used the belt same as Chad Castleton.
I don't know, but because Steve towards the end of his life, like totally changed his life around, and like I even heard that he was I even heard something if he had lived through cancer that he was interested in doing it. Finally, they want to do a Bullet sequel.
Oh my God, that would have been awesome! And don't forget, he was one of the original choices for Rambo in First Blood.
Yeah, and he really wanted to do that part.
And of course, his final movie role, speaking of Chicago, was here with The Hunter.
Yep. Which I kind of look at that sort of as maybe an unofficial sequel to Bullet.
Yeah, I kind of see that. It would have been awesome if they had Bullets. It would have been awesome if there was a crossover with Bullet, Dirty Harry, and Cobra. That would have been awesome.
I think do a video game of Bullet and Dirty Harry.
Yes. Or no one even better, Dirty Harry and Death Wish. Because it would have been awesome, because Clint Eastwood and Charles Bronson, they had similar careers. They're known for westerns and action. They were known for the vigilante genre with Dirty Harry and Death Wish, and they were the Schwarzenegger and Stallone of the 70s.
Yeah, except they had established careers pretty much.
I think
Dirty Harry was a cop, and
I personally think the Bullet, the Steve. Bullet and Dirty Harry have more of a chance because they're both owned by Warner Brothers, and what Death Wish is owned I think it's mainly owned by MGM owns distributing rights, but Warner Brothers owns.
Look at Freddy versus Jason. Look at Freddy versus Jason. Look at Freddy versus Jason. Jason was Paramount and Freddy was New Line. Look what happened with that.
True. But I think that's just do the dirty. Just make the Dirty Harry video game, but make it where like his new partner.
Yes, please make it. How long does Clint Eastwood have? Finish that damn fucking game already.
I did see his new film, Cry Macho.
That was good. I cried. I cried in that movie. He did a good job. He still has it. But he's better hurry up and do this Dirty Harry video game, because how long does he fucking have? And he takes care of himself, but how fucking long? Come on, Clint, finish the game. They were close. It was very close to being finished. It was 98% finished. They had the story, the development, and everything. All of a sudden, they just dropped it. I don't fucking get it.
Actually, I heard the reason why they dropped it, and it's a stupid reason. Because around that time, the Reservoir Dogs game came out, and I guess the game did not make enough sales.
Oh, come on. Look at the Scarface game. It came out the same time.
Exactly. Like, listen, even if Clint couldn't do it, I mean, he could still do the voice, obviously.
The Reservoir Dogs game didn't do it well either.
Yeah. I mean, I just say do that. Like, have it where Dirty Harry has a new partner, and it's Detective Lieutenant Frank Bullet. And it's a buddy cop movie with Dirty Harry and Bullet.
I heard that his partner in the game was, the actress Rosanna Sanchez, the actress.
I thought it was Lucy Liu in the game.
I think she was his love interest, but Rosanna Sanchez, the actress, she was his partner.
Huh. I know Gene Hackman was supposed to play.
Yeah, that would have been awesome because he's retired. And guess who was? And Michael Biehn was supposed to be in there. I heard that Michael Chiklis and Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, all-star cast. I mean, Gene
and Clint was involved. It was his production company. Malpaso was involved. He treated it like it was an actual movie production.
Well, yeah, Gene Hackman was supposed to play
his boss. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was supposed to play the same character. What is it?
Al Bresler. Bresler.
Yeah, he was supposed to play that guy, which would have been interesting.
Was this going to come out post 2004?
Around
it was supposed to come out in 2007.
I mean, listen,
Hackman deserves another movie after Welcome to Mooseport.
I wouldn't be surprised because when you're in Hollywood, there's no such thing as retirement because you look at it's not really a fucking job. You can come and go anytime you please.
Well, I mean,
look at Chuck Norris. He came back for Expendables 2. I wouldn't be surprised if he come back for a few more movies. Well, just think about it. When you're in Hollywood, it's not a fucking job, man.
I mean, hey, they continue to ask Sean Connery for movies even when he was in full retirement. Like I even heard a rumor. Now I don't know how true it was, but I even heard they asked Sean Connery to do a Fast and the Furious movie to play Papa, the dad.
Helen Mirren's wife, the husband.
Yes.
Oh, that would have been fucking awesome.
That would have been awesome. Like I said, like Vin Diesel, I even heard a rumor where he said we will go to the Bahamas and just have Sean Connery film a scene, just one scene, and Sean just said, "I'm enjoying retirement too much."
It's not. Come on, this is Hollywood. It's not really a fucking job. You can come and go wherever you fucking please.
Even porno stars don't, retire.
I mean.
By the way, speaking of actors in video games, of course, Sean Connery. His last performance was actually James Bond with the From Russia with Love video game.
Really?
Technically, there was that one crappy movie he did, Sir Billy.
Well, you know what? To me, it was From Russia with Love. That was It was kind of cool. He went out the same way he came in with James Bond. That, in my opinion, that was his last.
Well, he did that for his grandson,
which was sweet, which is very sweet. I'm glad he did that.
And his grandson said that's his favorite video game.
Ah,
what do you know?
Which Dashel is his name. He is trying to get into acting now.
Cool. Good luck for him.
Let's hope he can break into the biz pretty good like his grandfather did.
Hopefully he can be better than Jason Connery.
Yeah, I remember Jason Connery. I think he was married to the girl
Sarah.
from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Mia Sarah. Yeah, that's their
Miller.
kid.
Yeah.
She still looks great.
Yeah, she hasn't acted though in like 10 years.
I think the last big movie she did was Time Cop with Van Damme.
Yeah, she didn't really seem to do a whole lot of highly budgeted productions.
And did you see that? You remember that freaky movie she did with Burt Reynolds? The Maddening. It was kind of like The Shining. The Maddening. That was Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds was fucking creepy, crazy in that movie.
I kind of remember that.
Didn't OCP do a review of that or something? I think. I can't remember. That's the only reason why I heard, or maybe it was something in this collection. I think.
What I would love to see, I would love to see a Time Cop 3, but you get Jean-Claude Van Damme and Jason Scott Lee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, thoughts on Jared Leto?
He's all right. I think he's kind of become a little overused, but he's okay.
I know he's in the new film Morbius. I mean, how does that look to y'all?
Yeah. I'm getting burnt out of superhero movies, so like I'm like whatever, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because these superhero movies, you know, they're underperforming now, so they're at
Yeah, they come and go, right?
well, so like honestly, like for me, it's like, you know what, I've noticed this big resurgence in science fiction a little bit with the Dune, because Dune made a lot of money at the box office, and like people are interested in the new Foundation series, and like so I'm thinking that maybe the big new trend is good classic science fiction again, you know, because I'm just like I think superhero movies are dying, and you know if I think Spider-Man No Way Home, like I think it's gonna be fun, but I think it's gonna underperform.
I think it's going to be great. I think it's a cool. In my opinion, it's going to be a redeeming project for Marvel because it looks straightforward. And I think it's going to be surprising, like with Ghostbusters Afterlife, because it was. I think it's going to be epic, just like that movie was surprises. So with this, you know, the rumor with the other two Spider-Men are going to be in, because like the same thing with Ghostbusters Afterlife, where it was a surprise where the original members came back at the end.
Yeah, but I want to see all the Spider-Men come back. I want to see Nicholas Hammond and the Japanese Spider-Man guy.
I love Nicholas Hammond. That guy doesn't get any credit because he is the Adam West. He, just like with Adam West with Batman, he was the same with Spider-Man. He led the way for these other actors.
Exactly. So I think he should come back.
He even said that he was disappointed that they didn't ask him to be in this.
I know. Well, and get that Japanese guy who played Spider-Man in the 70s, you know? There was a Japanese Spider-Man show made in Japan where Spider-Man fought giant robots.
You remember Spider-Man in the Electric Company?
Yeah. Get that Spider-Man.
You know Morgan Freeman, Bill Cosby started on that show.
Right. Did you hear Bill Cosby says he wants to go on tour again?
Good luck with that, Bill.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that too. Not just because, you know, of the obvious stuff, but apparently Bill Cosby is blind now. But he's still a sharp.
He's half blind, I heard.
I've heard blind. I've heard half blind. You know, we all know how the news is sometimes. So, but like, but I've heard he's still sharp. So good luck. But like,
and I heard a rumor that he wants to revamp the Cosby Show.
Good luck again.
Yeah, good luck on that.
I mean, I don't even know how I don't even know what Bill Cosby should do now. Like maybe, like not even like he should not retire. I'll say that just because of, you know, to say F cancel culture, but you know, I like you almost need to do something that's not Bill Cosby, I would say. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? If it would have been awesome, because going back to Ghostbusters, if they did a number of Ghostbusters movies back in the 80s, I think he would have been awesome as a Ghostbuster.
He would have been an awesome Ghostbuster.
Who would have been awesome?
Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all think that John Belushi could have had?
Absolutely, man. It's such a fucking shame.
I do think John Belushi would have finished.
He was the original choice before Bill Murray. Dan Aykroyd wrote that script for him.
And he was actually writing the scene where he was blind when we heard about John Belushi's death, and he ran to John Belushi's wife's house at the time before any media could get there. I mean, he just ran, which I guess was like 8 blocks. And told his widow that John's dead. Here, wow, man, we we just asked.
Sam
earlier-
says, "What's up, wild man?"
we,
Hi, greetings.
we asked this earlier in the chat, but who do you like in Ghostbusters 4?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah, we asked we asked earlier in the chat, but
You know what? Seeing how Ghostbusters is back on the top, they should do something like Cobra Kai, because I heard Dan Aykroyd wants to do a streaming series. That's a perfect way to expand that universe. Like with you can tell they're kind of taking Ghostbusters to the Marvel world, because they got their own Ghostbusters have now their own production company, Ghost Core, and at the end of Ernie Hudson, that ending scene with Ernie Hudson where he opened the firehouse. You can tell they're going with the franchise story direction, because all these fans with the cosplay fans dressed up as Ghostbusters in every single country and city. You can tell they're going there. You knew from the start when you saw this movie that they were going to go that route with this fan chapters around the world.
Yeah, there's got to be another one that's focusing on the containment grid failing, I'm guessing. The question is Walter Peck going to make an appearance?
You know he is. He said he would like to come back. He even came back for the video game. You know damn well he's gonna be in there.
Yeah, I think is William Atherton still alive? I think.
Yeah.
Probably much older now, but
No, he still looks great. He takes care of himself. He looks great.
yeah. I know he voiced the character in the video game, but it didn't quite sound like him. Almost.
That's what happens. You get older,
Well,
but he was still great. He did a good performance.
as long as they can find some way to update the line for Walter Peck, this guy has no dick.
This guy has no pecker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The guy is
No.
useless without his pecker, right?
What could be really funny is Bill Murray. He says, "Ridiculous."
Let's see about the rest
And the word
of
for ridiculous, yeah.
So we
Useless.
that's what we were at. That's what I was wondering. Who should play Oscar? Because like the twins are no longer acting, and then one of them.
I thought Paul Rudd was going to be Astra, but I thought but it was a different name.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, I suggested Chris Candy.
Yeah, but he has a daughter too, Jennifer Candy, I think.
Yeah. Well, Chris is the one that's more getting into act. Like he's acting, but like I've heard that people just want him to be his dad. So.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
As long as they don't get that piece of crap Pete Davidson to play Oscar.
I can give a Sam came up with a ridiculous.
Well, yeah.
Oh, what's up, Cassie Stewart? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you on here. And hello there, sweet thing.
If that's
And yes, she's a Cowboy fan, June. Ty, sorry.
Oh.
But just so you know, I have a Bronco fan on the stream, Cassie. If you want to know.
hey, it's okay. I could respect the Broncos and the Cowboys, because guess what?
Billy Bronco.
Because guess what? Every Cowboy needs his Bronco.
Yes, that much is true. Cowboys for life.
She's
And so is Sam.
definitely remind. She definitely has that Texas look to her.
Well, she actually lives in Tennessee, but I'll let her fill you on a little more of those details.
Well, I'm saying she looks a lot like Melissa.
Oh yeah, your girlfriend.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this: Cassie has that country style to her. There's no doubt about that. Same with Melissa, I imagine, right?
Yep.
How's school going, Cass? How was today? Hopefully, it was easy. She's starting up to become a dentist. Oh man, yeah, that
Uh,
she lives in Memphis.
yeah. She would not want to clean my teeth.
Why? You got gingivitis? Oh,
I
you're already done? Wow.
I
Great
inherit.
cat.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I inherited my family's bad teeth. So
But I'm going back to Ghostbusters. You know, they can do a lot. You know, they can bring in more comedians from Saturday Night Live. They can still do that. You know, of course, Eddie Murphy was the original choice for Winston. You can bring in Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, Martin Short. You know, other Eugene Levy, all those guys.
yeah. But yeah, I'd be okay. I don't know who they should get to play like older Oscar, but as long like I said, I'm okay as long as they don't get that piece of shit Pete Davidson.
I don't even know who Pete Davidson. I can give it. I really don't care.
Oh, he's this comedian that's not
Funny.
he's not that funny. He's I don't even know what movies. I've never. He's one of those guys. I just try to ignore him. So like, I don't even really watch any of his stuff. But like, I say Chris. I still say Chris Candy is the one to get. Because I can't think of any other funny people that could really.
You
do
know
it.
what? You know, I was thinking this. Ghostbusters is this thing where it's like anybody can be a ghost because you know Ernie Hudson wasn't a comedian; he was a regular actor, but he was funny because you know a lot of actors sometimes do funny things. So you can even put a serious actor who also can do comedy in there. So I was thinking, I had some other people. If they're going to do that franchise story with Ghostbusters in Australia, I can see two people already: Hugh Jackman and Nicole Kidman.
As long as yes, and just for the heck of it, he's Australian. Get George Lazenby.
Oh yeah, and you know Hugh Jackman. You know he did a video say he was a fan of the movie of the new Afterlife. He enjoyed it.
By the way, Cassie says she loves Ghostbusters. Are we talking about the original Ghostbusters, Cassie, or that 2016 reboot? Hopefully, it's not the 2016 reboot. It's got to be the original. It's got to be the
Yes,
original.
please.
If they're gonna do the Australian Ghostbusters, get Hugh Jackman, George Lazenby, Nicole Kidman.
Hell, throw in Mel
You know
Gibson
what?
for
You know
good
what?
measure.
Speaking, you know what? Of course, we can't forget this guy, Crocodile Dundee himself, Paul Hogan,
Yes,
Yes, the original.
and of course, and also Brian Brown from FX and Sam Neill, Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park. He's Australian.
And I did mention Mel Gibson.
Yes. Why? How can I forget him?
Russell Crowe.
I don't know.
I don't know if you saw this tie-in. And
I liked him. I liked him in Unhinged, but I don't know, man.
I'm sure you saw Cassie's comment. Yes, she's referring to the original Ghostbusters.
Thank you, Cassie. I love you.
Yes, we all love you.
I like you. I can't say I love you because I'm seeing someone.
Cassie says it's older, but it's Boss. I loved it. My roommate has a copy of it. Your roommate is very wise, Cassie.
It's not just older; it's old school.
Yes, old school, kicking it old school for sure.
Absolutely.
Hey! I mean, Ghostbusters is not that old. I've seen movies from.
Oh my god, guys!
Well, technically, movies started in 1914, and I've seen stuff from 1888. So you know, because before that they had Nickelodeons. So.
You know, of course, they had. I remember there's also a British Ghostbusters. I remember they did a fan film on British Ghostbusters. So, of course, if you can have a British Ghostbuster, but instead of just having a comedian, you can have a badass action hero who's a smart ass on the team and he has phony moments. And of course, you know I'm going with this. Jason Statham.
Get Stallone as a Ghostbuster.
Yes, maybe Schwarzenegger. Hopefully,
no Arnold. Arnold, as far as I'm concerned, Arnold died.
Yeah, I kind of agree. He needs to get his shit together. Get the fuck out of politics, man. It's not fucking good for you. You're not helping anybody.
So
You're
listen, if Arnold made an apology video saying, "Hey, I overreact. You know what? I'm sorry. I overreacted a little bit. You know, I will make the joke. Arnold resurrected. But as far as I'm concerned, Arnold died.
please, Arnold, please do that video. Redeem yourself. There's still hope for you, man. Please do an apology right away.
Like, listen. I mean, Arnold, I get it. You know, listen. Times are stressful right now in this time, and we're gonna say stupid stuff. Admit that you were stupid, and just say I'm sorry. You know, but you know, like I'd say get Stallone, Jackie Chan.
Or even better, Van Damme. What is he doing?
Yeah. And you know what? I'll say this.
I'm sure, of course, I'm sure there's a Ghostbusters in France. Van Damme is half French, so why not?
Well, hey, I mean, get John Reno as a Ghostbuster.
I could see that. He's perfect. I can see it because he's done action, comedy. He can do anything. Yeah, get him.
Oh, but here's what I'll say though. You know, for if they're going to do Vigo in the new one and Ghostbusters 4, get Matthias Hughes or Dolph Lundgren as Vigo.
I was about to say Dolph Lundgren. And please don't have Vigo as the main villain. You already had those. Get us another villain. Get us some villains from the cartoon. Get Sam Hung. Get the Boogeyman. Get the fucking Grundle. I love the Grundle. Enough, please. I know you're trying to copy off the success of Cobra Kai, but please stop. Get us some different villains.
I will say this. I mean, was Gozer still a better villain than who was the villain in the Ghostbusters reboot?
Well, I don't even remember. Wasn't it the?
You mean the 2016 film?
Yeah.
It was like the logo sign.
Well, I mean the actual villain in the movie.
I don't know because I don't know if no one fucking cared to see that to watch the whole movie.
Can Dan Aykroyd? Can we find some way? Like, can he write the script and find some way to delete that movie? Like, put it like he actually maybe have those girls come back as in a cameo. And then maybe
from an alternate universe because there's a story in the comics about an alternate universe with the cartoon Ghostbusters and many others. There's even a version of there's even a character modeled after Chevy Chase as a Ghostbuster.
So what if they did something like that where I don't know, maybe Dan these girls, you don't even have to use the same actresses, use their stunt doubles, and then then these girls sit there, we're ready, and then have the kids sit there, look at them, and then they put them in the ghost machine or something, and they're not even dead.
Stunt Wumble.
Did you say it's funny you mentioned stunt double because you sounded like something Spaceballs. You captured the stunt doubles.
No, see, that's why I was more going with just be.
No, I know, I understand what you were saying, but the way you say it like Spaceballs. These are not dead. You captured the stunt doubles.
Search the area. Find them.
Find them.
Oh yeah, that was Stephen Tobolowsky. Now that I just thought about that.
I love that guy because he is a very good character actor, and he's known for bigger roles, but he still keeps going. Of course, he did Groundhog Day. Speaking of
Needle Ned.
Speaking of Harold Ramis and Bill Murray, because that's how they started that falling out. And of course, right before Harold Ramis died, he came to his deathbed and made amends.
What led to their falling out? Or
because the shit that they had some disagreements on the set of Groundhog Day.
You know what? I'll say this: why not do for Ghostbusters 4? Adapt the hell.
I hear a phone ringing.
No, don't worry about that. It's nobody.
It's just another spammer. We seem to get a lot of those lately. They even call on fucking Sundays now. What the hell is wrong with them? Don't they have any fucking lives? Did they fail to make commission or
call
something?
Do the Hellbent script. I'll say
yes, that. I think that was the original. I think that was part of the script in the video game.
Yeah, they used a little bit of it, but the script that I read it was so obvious reading the script that the Ghostbuster, the new recruit Ghostbuster, was meant to be Chris Farley.
Yes, I know that's good. I think it was also Chris Rock and some other people from in the 90s.
I heard Will Smith.
Will Smith would. I know what. Speaking of Chris Rock, I can see him as he'd make a great Ghostbuster for sure, no
I
doubt.
know another good one. What's his face? Jason Reitman, I think.
Jason,
if you would
Jason
do a remake,
Reitman.
not Jason. What's his face? Jason
Schwartzman.
Bateman. Jason Bateman. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, I love that guy. I'm glad he made a comeback because he disappeared for a while. He was still working, but I haven't seen him in a big movie since Hancock and around I think around in the late in the 2000s. I saw it. He didn't retire, but I guess he didn't do some huge movies. I didn't see him again in a big movie since Hancock. It was good to see him. But yeah, Jason Bateman right now. Because he started out funny. You remember the Hogan Family?
Yeah, Jason Bateman would be good. Like he could definitely play like.
He would be an awesome Ghostbuster. I love that
He
guy.
can play like a Bateman.
You know what's funny?
type
You know what's
guy.
funny? Speaking of Ghostbusters 2016, he was in that movie with Melissa McCarthy and Thunder Force.
Okay, yeah. Have some pizza too, Cassie, just like I did earlier. I think I had a fairly good day. Love you too, baby doll. It's nice. And she says, "Nice meeting you guys."
Nice to meet you too, Cassie.
You too, Cassie.
Yeah. Have fun and don't stay up too late, or stay up late if you must.
Cassie, is that your girlfriend, Scotty?
I didn't know I was going to be put on the spot. I'm not going to comment on that right now.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. She's very warm and friendly.
Are you?
You know what you want? Speaking of female Ghostbusters, female comedians, how about you could bring back Molly Shannon? What the fuck is she doing? I miss her. I miss Molly Shannon.
Yeah, I mean, well, the script that I read, it was so funny because there was a scene where where I was talking, it was so obvious for Chris Farley. He sits there. It doesn't. He gets out. He puts the suit on, and he sits there. It doesn't fit. And then Bill Murray suck in.
Suck in the guts, guys, with the Ghostbusters.
Exactly.
I get it.
Exactly. And then but then he sits there. I can't. And then.
Molly Shannon, huh? Who else would have been a good female?
I could see Amy Poehler or fucking Tina Fey or those girls.
And she'll definitely be blasting Russia from her house for sure.
I don't know if you guys would know who she is. She has a couple Netflix specials. I actually think she's really funny. Eliza Schlesinger is her name.
I think so. Yeah, I think it sounds familiar. Yeah.
Do you think the girl from the AT&T commercials can pull it off?
Are you talking about that one who's dressed up? That was.
Flo? Are you talking about Flo from the?
No, not her. The AT&T commercials. That lady.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I think she can pull it off. But I want to see. I want to see Dana Barrett dressed. I want to see Dana Barrett I want to see Dana Barrett in a suit up in a uniform.
Yeah,
because you know that picture of her in Alien when she's dressed up as Ripley with the jumpsuit, and they modded it up to make it look like she was all in Ghostbusters. I want to see that if she comes back. I want to finally see that because she already got that hype with Ripley. Why not with why not with Ghostbusters?
I'll say this too. We all know Chris was considered. Why not get Kevin Farley?
I don't know.
As a Ghostbuster.
You mean Chris Farley's brother, right?
Yeah.
I mean, does the TV show Together ring a bell?
Oh, that was him. I didn't know that. He was the older member. I had no idea that was him.
Yeah.
But you know what? Speaking of brothers of comedians, I can see Jim Belushi as a Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can be part of the Chicago, the Windy City Ghostbusters because he has that Chicago like humor. Be
yeah.
Why not get why not get Bill Murray's other brother, not Brian Doyle, but
he was the voice of the mayor in the video
Yeah.
game, and he was also the psychiatrist in Ghostbusters 2 when they were locked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But why not get the other brother? Jim Murray, I think it's, or Josh Murray, something like that.
I remember the first movie I saw him in was One Crazy Summer, and he was in the Scrooge with his brother Bill. He was the brother. He played his brother in that. Was in
Yep.
Scrooged. I just watched him in a documentary about Chris Farley.
I did.
Oh, you know what? Another serious actor who can pull off comedy that would make a Ghostbuster, John Goodman.
Yeah.
No. What you have him though. He plays Delbert from Arachnophobia.
Oh, that'll be awesome. He goes from exterminating spiders to Ghostbusters. That would be a brilliant idea. I can see that.
And even if it's
Delbert,
different franchises or different studio rights, just name him Delbert. Don't give him a last name, and say you're playing Delbert, but not Delbert.
That is a good fucking idea. I can see that. Get him as a Ghostbuster. Yes, indeed. I
Yeah.
can see that.
Turn in
Yes.
bad wood, put it in good wood. Rock and roll.
Rocket. I love Arachnophobia. I love that movie. That to me, that was kind of like Jaws, but with spiders.
Yeah, exactly. And surprisingly enough, Kathleen Kennedy produced that film.
Fuck her. Because if you look at the poster of Arachnophobia, it's kind of similar to Jaws but instead of the shark going up, you see the spider coming down on the town.
Mm-hmm.
Joel Murray is his name.
Joe, huh?
Yeah.
I heard that one of the brothers was in that. I remember this movie he did called Moving Violations. It was one of the Murray brothers.
Who else was? I'm trying to remember who else was in that. Did it have Paul Reiser or Christopher Lee?
I could see Paul Reiser as the Ghostbuster. He was just in Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah. Paul Reiser.
I actually do like him as an actor. I know a lot of people don't, but what if they got Charlie Day as a Ghostbuster?
Who's Charlie Day?
He's the guy in Horrible Bosses that has the really high pitched voice.
Yeah. But you know who another serious actor who can pull off comedy that I thought would make a good Ghostbuster. This was way back in the years ago. I'm not sure what people think of him now. Richard Gere.
Huh.
Interesting.
As long as he has his hamster, I think he's good.
He can definitely see Gozer as a pretty woman.
As long as he doesn't try to become the Ghostbugger gigolo.
Right. Hey, no. Well, if we get Stallone, though, we can't have Richard Gere because Richard Gere hates Stallone because Stallone started the hamster rumor about him.
I heard a rumor that I remember way back when I was a kid. I saw those crazy tabloid stories that Richard Gere was dating Cindy Crawford at the time, and there was a picture of Stallone and Cindy Crawford together.
Yeah,
but this was way back in the 90s when I was a kid. It was way back. I'm not sure if it actually happened. It was one of those tabloid stories.
Heck, I think she actually deserves bigger movies.
Yes, she does. She does. I can see her as a Ghostbuster.
Get Sistine Stallone.
I think I can also see Jennifer Love Hewitt being the Ghostbuster too.
Yeah, I can see that.
Get Sistine Stallone.
Be a very voluptuous.
But you know what? There's this one guy who has a YouTube channel, and he said he wanted to see Danny Trejo as a Ghostbuster villain, like some dead Mexican bandit. But what I say, because there is a Mexican Ghostbusters chapter, so I was thinking, if they're going to do this series, have a season where it focuses on the Hispanic Mexican Ghostbusters. You could have Danny Trejo, because since he has this reputation as an action star, he can play the smart ass heavy of the Ghostbusters, and of course you gotta have comedians in there. And who are the most popular Hispanic comedians of all time?
If we want to go,
You know who I'm going with this. Cheech and Chong. You can get
Oh,
George.
yes.
You can get
Good old
George. You
Cheech
can
and
get George.
Chong.
You can get George Lopez. You can get him. And since they did this thing with Stranger Things with that kid, and since it was kind of similar to Cobra Kai, like you could tell why they put him in, not because of Stranger Things, because of the whole Cobra Kai thing. And Afterlife is kind of like Cobra Kai. Why don't you get the kid who plays Miguel in there? Because he's Hispanic, Zolo, his name. Get Miguel from Cobra Kai as the new Ghostbuster.
Get Antonio Banderas.
Or even better, who would make a perfect Ghostbuster villain in the Mexican Ghostbuster, because he's a very good actor. He's very intimidating. Edward James Olmos.
Yeah, I could even see Benicio del Toro.
Oh
play
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like
a better franchise for him than Star Wars.
Yeah.
See, I always thought that like Benicio del Toro, like maybe have him play the Boogeyman or something.
You right there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. It's like I heard some grunting or moaning or something like someone.
No. That was just some crazy noise somewhere. I don't know what that was.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can see Benicio del Toro playing that type of villain, a Mexican band. I can see Antonio Banderas being part of the team.
Yeah,
because he's known for being funny. He's one of those serious actors who can do serious comedy, like Spy Kids and the Puss in Boots. I can see him do that. I can see him as a Ghostbuster.
yeah, I think he would be. I think he would do great.
And I can see Maria Catrino Alonso in a part. Maybe not as a Ghostbuster, but maybe some part in that. If they do a Mexican.
Or maybe get somebody else, but this was kind of funny. Now, Dan Aykroyd, I remember seeing an interview. Now, he was smack talking. I don't think he was being serious, but he said, well, if Ghostbusters 3 doesn't work out, we're just going to replace him with the poor man's Bill Murray, Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell can definitely look at Evil Dead. That's like something out of Ghostbusters. He can definitely. I can see him. I can definitely see him.
Campbell, yep. And you know what? I just thought of a good villain. Cillian Murphy. He can play a good villain in there.
Oh yes, yes. No, the Scarecrow, Red Eye.
You know who I wouldn't mind seeing playing a villain. Like he might be a little old now because he's like in his 80s. But I want to. What if they got Tom Baker as a villain from Doctor Who?
I can see. No, this guy is also a serious actor, but has done comedy. And of course, he's known for those teen high school movies in the '80s. But he's gotten a good success with this show, The Blacklist. James Spader.
Yeah,
James Spader.
Either he can play a Ghostbuster because he can do comedy or a villain. Because I remember this one comedy he did called Mannequin. He was funny in that.
As long as you have his partner be Kurt Russell.
You know what? It's funny you mentioned that because I had a storyline focusing on the Texas Ghostbusters, and the Ghostbuster. One of the new Ghostbuster team is Wyatt Russell, his son, and he talked about how his father was a Ghostbuster, but had the attitude of a gunslinger. And I even pictured a scene at the end where they defeat the villain, and his father, Kurt Russell, comes to his ghost, tells his son that I'm proud of you and all that. I had seen like that, kind of like in Ghostbusters Afterlife, and he makes amends with his son, and he goes off he crosses over. Kind of like Wyatt, he was the Wyatt Earp of the Ghostbusters because he's from Texas, like Tombstone. And he has a scene where I'm proud of you, kid, and he crosses over.
Who I wouldn't mind seeing as a Ghostbuster, because I actually do think he deserves a lot more work because he's definitely proved himself. It's Brendan Wayne, the grandson of John Wayne.
Oh,
He's the Pedro Pascal does only the voice of the Mandalorian. Brendan Wayne is the guy in the Mandalorian suit,
Wow.
and so he based the entire moves off of his granddaddy.
How would David Arquette sound as a Ghostbuster?
I can see that.
Yeah, I could see that.
But you know what? Speaking of comedians, I'm surprised we have never mentioned this guy because he was involved in the Ghostbusting world. Because no, he played the voice of Winston in the cartoon. Arsenio Hall. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
What the fuck is he doing?
Arsenio Hall? Really? Him?
Yeah, he was the voice of the animated Winston in the cartoon.
Arsenio Hall.
And you know what's a funny story? While they were casting the cartoon, Ernie Hudson was the original choice for Winston for the cartoon, and then he lost it to Arsenio Hall.
Yeah.
And now you can make a full circle by having Arsenio Hall as a Ghostbuster, but maybe as a relative of Winston, played by Ernie Hudson. That would be funny.
What would be really funny?
You know what? Or have both Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy as both relatives of Winston's. That would be awesome.
What would be really funny? Winston became really successful according to Ghostbusters Afterlife, right? He became a very successful businessman, right?
Right.
What if you had his two brothers, Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy?
Yes.
They're more successful than him.
Right.
So maybe, and then what you do is, you have it where they have some, maybe they have some daughters that are party animals that want to be Ghostbusters, but the Zedmores think that they're not ready.
There is a rumor that the black girl in this is a relative of Winston's.
I don't know. I mean, it would be cool, but
Is this going to be in the extended cut or something? But I keep hearing there's not going to be an extended cut of the film, unfortunately. Oh, what's up, Sam?
What's up? Oh man, just chilling. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah.
Greetings, Sam. How are you?
Doing alright. I'm chilling. How are you, sir?
I am doing great.
I think this actor deserves a lot more. What if they got Colin Hanks as a Ghostbuster?
I could see that. Because he's done drama, he's done comedy. Get Tom Hanks as a Ghostbuster. Why not?
Well,
come on.
Tom Hanks, yeah, but I think Colin, he needs that big thing to prove himself more than to prove that he's not just the son of Tom Hanks. You know what I mean? Because I feel like he hasn't really gotten over that.
Yeah, Tom Hanks, he can definitely nail a Ghostbuster. But you know what? But also, can you imagine? This would have been awful. Can you imagine Robin Williams as a Ghostbuster, man?
You know what?
Oh my God!
Why don't you get that one guy, Jamie Costa, as a Ghostbuster? Who does the Robin Williams impressions?
Yeah, he'll be great.
I mean, get him as Oscar.
Colin Hanks can probably play the Oscar.
All these crossovers with franchise involving Ghostbusters. This was the most popular way back. Why not Ghostbusters crossing over with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
It's possible.
Because if you look at it, they had the same personality, and there were four of them. And because you had Donatello, who was like Egon, he was the brain. You had Raphael, who's kind of like the smart ass, like Peter Venkman. You had Michelangelo, who's the more.
John just mentioned Andrew Dice Clay for whatever reason.
Yeah, you had Michelangelo, who was like Ray because he was the enthusiastic one, and you had Leonardo, who was the straight man, like Winston. And there were four of them.
Just to make people angry now. Get Dave Chappelle as a Ghostbuster.
Why not? I could see that. Fuck those woke people. Dave Chappelle, get him as a Ghostbuster right away.
Yeah, and get
Yes.
you know what? Get Dave Chappelle as the, and tell him Okay, remember this is a PG-13 movie, but improv. Make fun of woke culture.
Yeah,
Because
Just like with
you don't
Cobra
have to
Kai.
use
Cobra
harsh
Kai
language, but be
Cobra Kai makes
creative
fun
with
of the
your.
woke culture. Cobra Kai does a great job making fun of the woke culture.
Because there was a jab. What I really appreciate about Ghostbusters Afterlife is there was a jab at woke culture in it.
Cobra Kai, you could tell, that tells you they learned it from Cobra Kai because Cobra Kai is mostly known for that. And you know what's funny is that both Cobra Kai and Ghostbusters are owned by Sony.
I don't know. I mean, I think Dave Chappelle. Yes, get him.
Well, you know what? I'm surprised we forgot this guy. He's dead now, but he would have pulled this off being a Ghostbuster. Richard Pryor.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, if
even better, him and Gene Wilder. You know what? It would have been better. Him and Gene Wilder in a Ghostbusters movie. That would have been awesome for them because they were a great team. Him and Gene Wilder.
You know, he kind of. He says he's not. He's just picky is the problem. But what about Chris Tucker as a Ghostbuster?
Yeah, why not? Stop being so artsy fartsy, man. Just do it, man. It'll be great for you. You can do another team up with Jackie Chan. I can see Jackie Chan as a Ghostbuster. Come on, Chris. Stop being so artsy fartsy and just do it.
If you could swap roles, Bruce Willis and Mel Gibson.
I can see Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis needs a better fucking role. Bruce Willis, definitely as a Ghostbuster. He needs a better fucking role.
I would say if you're going to hire Bruce Willis,
maybe he can be the villain for all I know.
I would say if you're going to get Bruce Willis, remember you're going to have to work with him a little bit because Bruce Willis has a lot of health issues right now. Bruce Willis has dementia, and in January of 2020
he had a stroke. Yeah, he had a stroke, but he seems to be looking better. He seems to be getting better.
Yeah. So
how does the new Apex show look to y'all?
I would say if you hire Bruce Willis, just kind of, work with him a little better. And listen, I mean, I know he's really bad on directors, but I'd say, listen, I know your health issues. It's not that hard to figure out. I'm going to work with you, but you're going to have to work with me, man. Okay. So.
Just like in the words of Dalton, I run the show.
Absolutely. I just thought, you know what, I can definitely see this. I know we have doubts with this guy now, but he's a big superstar, and this would be perfect for him if despite what we think of him, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I like Tom Cruise. I mean, I think he could be a good Ghostbuster.
Because think about it. He can play a character like Top Gun because they're trying to take the Ghostbusters into the Top Gun round with getting new recruits, training them like Top Gun, them the jumpsuits just like Top Gun. Of course he's coming out just like with Afterlife with this nostalgic sequel with Top Gun. It'll be perfect. Think of him Maverick, but as a Ghostbuster.
Do y'all think that Mel Gibson, just to get off topic on the Ghostbusters, do you think Mel Gibson could have done Die Hard?
Yeah, but he already did. He already did Lethal Weapon because Lethal Weapon, it was produced by Joel Silver, and Lethal Weapon started the whole Christmas thing. And no offense to Die Hard, but Lethal Weapon did it first with the whole Christmas thing with Joel Silver. Lethal Weapon did it first, a year before that. Right,
that's for sure. By the way, I know. Do you think Mel Gibson could have done a better? How do you think Mel Gibson would have done in Wanted Dead or Alive? He was originally going to be up for the role at that.
He would have nailed it. It'll be just like Mad Max, but a bounty hunter, kind of like Mad Max. But Rutger Hauer, man, Rutger Hauer would have been great in a Ghostbusters. He could have played the villain in a. I miss Rutger Hauer. I miss Rutger Hauer, man. He was so cool.
He would have been. He could have been like almost a new Vigo.
And he should have played Vigo in Ghostbusters too.
Yeah.
I know in Hellbent, one of the people they wanted to play the villain was Christopher Lee.
Oh man. But he went up. He decided to do Star Wars instead. It would have been awesome if he did Ghostbusters around that time. He was in Gremlins too.
Yeah.
So I bet you would have done that. And of course there are some elements of Gremlins in Afterlife, with the mini state pup. You could tell that was a homage to Gremlins.
I loved the the little mini State Puff people. I mean, what I thought was really funny is they were cannibals. They were eating each other.
You know what? Speaking of gremlins, can you imagine? Because I know Ghostbusters, they fight off other monsters and ghosts. Can you imagine if there was a crossover with Ghostbusters and gremlins?
It'd be interesting.
Well,
And there was an episode in the cartoon where they fought off against monsters who were called gremlins.
Okay, I'm trying to think back. Did Columbia, because Columbia and Sony are the same company, did Columbia put out which one did any of them put out the ghost the critters, ghoulies, because you could cross it over with one of those.
I can see the Ghostbusters going up against Critters. You know what? Even better, Men in Black versus Critters, because they were from outer space.
Yeah.
That's another thing. How about Ghostbusters Men in Black crossover? How about that?
Yes. I always thought that. Like, I remember
That could have been interesting. Ghostbusters. Didn't they? I know that what's his face Aykroyd appeared briefly in Casper. Can't remember that. Apparently.
I remember. When the trailer for Evolution came out, they said it's Ghostbusters meets Men in Black.
I remember that. You know what? David Duchovny. Get David Duchovny as a Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
You could give Julian.
No.
Get the two of them, Julian Anderson and David Duchovny as Ghostbusters. That would be a great X-Files.
What you do is you get David Duchovny, Gillian Anderson, Robert Patrick, and then is it Monica Reese or something like that? You get all of them who make up.
Annabeth Gish, you mean, right?
What?
Annabeth Gish.
No, the one who replaced Scully later on in the series.
Oh, I know Annabeth Gish.
That's what I just said.
She's a
Annabeth
good
Gish.
actress. I remember her when she was younger. She did a movie with
Mr.
John
People.
Cryer. John Cryer with Hiding Out with John Cryer.
Sorry, Scotty. You were right.
Damn right, I'm right.
Yeah. Okay. You get the four of them, and I think even if they're not owned by the same company, like you just maybe have it where they may or may not be the X-Files.
You know what? How you can have the Ghostbusters fight other monsters like vampires or werewolves. Speaking of vampires, who I think would make a good female Ghostbuster? Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy herself.
And get the original Buffy, Christy Swanson.
Absolutely, yes.
She'd be doing some busting for sure.
How about How about Charlie Sheen as a Ghostbuster?
We might be better off with Emilio Estevez, right? The Mighty Duck.
Yeah. Emilio would be better. I'm gonna say.
I love that movie they did together, Men at Work, because they did a lot of movies together. Him and his brother. They were a great team. They him and his brother.
I shot him with a pellet gun.
I have issues. Yeah, I have issues with Charlie Sheen, so Emilio would be better.
I get them both because I remember they were a good team on screen with Men at Work. That was a good movie with them together.
Yeah,
and Keith David, get him in.
Oh yeah, speaking of Keith David, he was just on an episode of the new Creep Show. That's another good show. Speaking of Ghostbusters Afterlife and Cobra Kai, that is another success of doing nostalgia right.
He could be Winston's brother.
Yeah,
brother from another mother.
He can play a villain because he played the devil in the Creep Show episode I just saw.
You'll definitely have to remind the Ghostbusters about never touching his fries. Remember that.
You know what? Get Tony Todd as a villain.
Oh, yes.
Did you guys hear this? Apparently, they're making a Renfield movie, and Nicolas Cage is playing Dracula.
Yeah, I heard about it. No, he could be a great Ghostbuster.
Oh yeah, Nicolas Cage. How can we forget? Crazy evil.
I would
go Mandy style on the fucking.
I'd be interested to see that. You remember Vampire's Kiss, right?
Yeah, he ate a cockroach.
Yeah, I was a real cockroach. He said, "I want to show people that I'm here. I want to shock them. I want to show you that I'm here. That I'm here to stay. I want to give my mark." And he sure did.
I'm going to throw in somebody else as a Ghostbuster because he does deserve a lot more work in Hollywood. Why not get Tony Jaa as a Ghostbuster?
Like the Asian Ghost, because there are some Asian Ghostbuster chapters. Why not? Or Jet Li. Get Jet Li. What is he doing?
Yeah.
Or Chow
yes.
Yun Fat. Get Chow Yun Fat.
Yeah.
You can I can see John Woo directing like a Asian Ghostbusters like episode season where you can focus on the Asian Ghostbusters, maybe fun and stuff. I'm sure there are a lot of some Asian comedians, and you can do that. You can get Jackie Chan in there, Jet Li, Chow Yun Fat, Tony Jaa. You can do that.
I'll say this: like this guy, I think he can be funny. He just needs better writers. There's this Asian comedian. He just did a Christmas movie released on Netflix. His name is Jimmy O Yang.
You know what? Speaking of Asian Ghostbusters, this guy would have been perfect if he was alive. Also, speaking of Cobra Kai, because he was also a comedian, Pat Morita would have been a great Ghostbuster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting off topic slightly. John says Gibson would have been interesting in Last Man Standing. Maybe Willis could see him in Ransom.
Bruce, Last Man Standing, Bruce Willis owned that role in my opinion. Mel Gibson was perfect for Ransom. Last Man Standing, Bruce Willis nailed that role. He fucking nailed it. That's a very underrated movie, and of course that was a remake of Fistful of Dollars with Clint Eastwood.
And then that was also a remake of Yojimbo.
Yes, and of course the Magnificent Seven. That was a remake of
Seven Samurai.
Yes.
I want to know, like with his popular as the Man with No Name series is. I mean, you can't argue they're popular. Why has nobody ever made a fan film of the Man with No Name series?
I don't think I think they think that no one can pull off Clint Eastwood than Clint Eastwood.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I could play the Clint Eastwood part.
You gotta do damn well with that gruffy voice.
Go ahead, make my day.
Which is why you don't see a lot of people do Dirty Harry fan films either.
I always don't like you laughing.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
Oh, that was Scotty doing it.
Crazy idea.
I remember when Casey Jones was first introduced in the original Ninja Turtle cartoon. They had someone have him voice up like he was Clint Eastwood, like he was a Dirty Harry type of character. I remember that when Casey Jones was introduced in the '80s cartoon, they had him be voiced up like he was like a Dirty Harry vigilante, like Clint Eastwood. And the guy did a good job.
There's another guy who could play a Ghostbuster, Elias Cotes.
Yeah, why not? Why the fuck not? Why not?
I mean,
you know what? Speaking of those Chicago shows, since they focus on first responders and Ghostbusters are kind of like a first responder job, I could see some of the cast from those shows on as Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Jason Begay, the chief, the captain of Chicago PT, he's a good actor, man. He scares the shit out of me. I can see him take that stuff, that intensity of Chicago PD, and mix it up with the comedy of Ghostbusters, because he's done comedy. He was in one of those shitty Home Alone movies, sadly, which was filmed in Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of the Home Alone movies, I did see Home Alone 6.
Oh God, I knew you were gonna go there.
I still think the fifth one is the worst one. So,
again, they stole my fucking title. I had a better Home Alone idea. Like I mentioned, have Macaulay Culkin back. He's all grown up. He does a favor with this old girlfriend he knew when he was little, babysitting her daughter or whatever, and some new burglars come around, and they work together to fight them off. It's perfect.
Yeah.
But they brought Buzz back. But it would have been awesome with my idea.
See, I had an idea where I had a little bit of an idea where Harry and Marv actually kidnap Kevin's daughter.
Oh yeah.
Because think about it. With our justice system right now, 20, 30 years have passed, so they would be out of prison by now, right?
Right.
So they're out of prison, and they kidnap his daughter, and so Macaulay has to lure them, and he traps them. But and I even had it where his neighbor, because it was the Chicago, his friend in it was the kid from Home Alone 3.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been awesome if they teamed up. Alex, the two of them teamed up. They were friends. They became friends over the years. Oh my God. Yeah, that would be great.
And so, but then in the sequel, I would introduce the villains from Home Alone 3, and just in order to keep continuity without doing the bullshit of ignoring sequels, Marv's wife was in the mix too. So
Marv's wife
from Home Alone 4.
Oh, I didn't even see it but out of all the shitty sequels after the first two, Home Alone 3 I enjoyed. It's not perfect, but I enjoyed it.
I like Home Alone 3. Yeah, I know. I have fun with all of the Home Alone movies. Home Alone 4, it's not that good, but I kind of saw it when my parents were getting a divorce, and that's kind of what the film's about. So it was like it's one of those.
It helped you with that, right?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those weird movies for me. So yeah, and basically, if you think about it, it does make sense. After Home Alone 2, I think the parents would be considering their marriage.
Didn't Alex live? Was Alex in the same neighborhood? And it wasn't mentioned in Home Alone 3 that the McAllisters moved away, and he lived in the same neighborhood.
I don't think it was ever mentioned.
Because that's what it looked like to me. And of course, the mother in Home Alone 3, she was in Gremlins 2. You remember her?
Yeah. She was also in. No, wait, the dad was in it. He was in. I was going to say, the dad was in that one TV show, that one Disney movie, Smart House.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
don't forget. There was someone in that movie who went on to be a big star. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yes, indeed.
And then the brother in that, Stan Smith, is a baseball player now.
Yeah. The first time
can
I
you hear
saw
me, guys?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can hear it? Okay. No, I was just gonna say, I'll catch you guys later. I was just trying to come back for a little bit. Yeah, I just gotta hit the hay tomorrow. It's gonna be a busy day tomorrow. I gotta wake up early, but I hope you guys have a good night. Stay safe, and you guys enjoy the rest of the stream.
Nice to meet you. Have a good night.
You too.
It was nice meeting you too, man. Yeah, you stay safe, man.
You too. Merry Christmas.
All right, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year,
and of course,
happy birthday, Scotty. He's probably not even here, but you know what? Happy birthday, Scotty. Hope you see this later, and peace, y'all.
Yeah, but speaking of Scarlett Johansson, the first movie I saw her in was Eight-Legged Freaks.
Yeah. The lead villain in Home Alone 3, what's his name? I can never pronounce.
I know
his
you're
name.
talking about. I forget. I don't know his name either.
I always I can't pronounce his name, but like the lead villain, he always scared me as a kid. Like he actually gave me nightmares.
I like the fact that the villains in Home Alone 3, one of them was female. I like that actress. She went on to do other stuff. I like her.
And she was not bad looking. So.
Oh yeah, she did. I even saw her in movies where she was naked.
I've seen those movies too, and because she showed her panties in Home Alone 3, so can't complain about that, right?
No, not at all. Scotty, are you still there?
I don't know, but yeah, no, I like Home Alone 3. And what makes it even better, their boss in the movie is the Shredder.
Oh yeah, yep.
So yeah, no, Home Alone 5 is still the worst one, just because it has Malcolm McDowell playing one of the villains, and it's just the kid is just one of those stereotypical hipster kids that won't get off of his phone. And then remember, every Home Alone movie has to have that older guy who's like the mentor to the kid. The mentor to the kid is this loser college guy who decides to stay at his dorm during Christmas time instead of seeing his parents. And I'm just like, man, I'm like, this one's bad because like this kid just probably needs a good spanking or something, you know? Or either that or daddy just to sit there and say, okay, when we're in the car ride, you're gonna get your phone taken away because he just needed to get off his phone, and it was just bad.
Right.
I still think Home Alone 5 is the worst one.
What about Home Alone 4, where they try to bring Marv back and Daniel Stern actually said no to the script?
Yeah, and they replaced Daniel Stern with Spencer Stewart.
You remember that video Macaulay Culkin did when he was grown up Kevin and he looked all goth, all grudge and stuff. And Daniel Stern actually did a reaction video to that as Marv. You remember that?
No, I remember that.
I did hear he actually asked Joe Pesci though to do that little thing, but Joe Pesci says, "I don't know what the internet is."
Oh, Joe, learn to get yourself an iPhone and get on Instagram and learn some shit, please.
Well, no, I think Joe Pesci was more just being sarcastic to Daniel Stern, but like, I don't know. I think I would love to see. I personally, you know, if they could find some way to connect all of the Home Alone movies now, like I would love to see Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern and all the villains come back. You know.
You know what would have been cool? Probably the Addams Family and Raul Julia. Yeah, that could have been possible.
Oh, Raul Julia, I missed that guy. He would have been a great Ghostbuster. You remember the Addams Family? He would have been a good Ghostbusters villain.
Yeah.
But you know, one actress I liked that kind of went away for a while because she went through some problems, but she's kind of fixed herself up again. She's been gone. I'm sure you remember this because she's also known for doing drama, but she does other different genres. She's very good at this. Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah.
You know, from Heroes, you know.
Nashville.
She was in one of the Bring It On movies. I liked her in that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she was also in that TV show. I forget.
Heroes. Who the fuck remembers Heroes now? So with all this superhero stuff going on, who actually remembers Heroes now?
I actually like Heroes better than a lot of the superhero movies now.
That's cool, Sam. We understand. Peace out, my good friend.
Yeah, Hayden Panettiere, I like her. That'll be a good comeback for her if she played a Ghostbuster. Yeah, she went through some serious problems, but she's on Instagram. She's gotten herself back on track. So I would love to see her come back as a Ghostbuster.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, Mosh.
Because she's a very talented young woman. She really is.
Yeah, isn't she a mother now? Doesn't she?
Yeah, she is a mother. She married that foreign boxer. Who was older than she was, older than her.
It's not uncommon that some youngsters like old men or like, you know, like
look at fucking Johnny Depp with Amber Heard and look how that shit went down.
Yeah, unfortunately, he married he chose poorly, John.
You know,
it's really a shame that she's from my home state and from my home city.
Yeah, she's from Texas.
And in the words of Melissa, when I told her about Amber Heard, she says, "What a Texas bitch."
Amber Turd, you know.
They don't call her. She shit in his bed. They don't call her Amber Turd for nothing.
You heard the reason why she shit in the bed, right?
Why?
Because she was horny and Johnny was tired. And, you know, Johnny's older than her, and he wasn't feeling it. And so she took a shit in his bed.
That bitch is a freak. Jesus.
I mean, listen, I understand. as a man, we should not turn down sex. But if we're tired and we're in our 50s, I think I can understand, right? And we don't want to use Viagra, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a little too much
What
fun.
a freak! What a freaky bitch! Jeez.
What
just-
a sick bitch.
I mean, and
You know,
Johnny-
you want to hear something crazy? Way back in the late 2000s, I used to have a fucking thing for that bitch. I like a crush.
Me too.
What the fuck was I thinking?
Me too. No,
Yeah.
I had a
And she gone
like,
red and
like
Aquaman.
I remember in high school, me and my friends were talking about who's hotter, Amber Heard or Megan Fox.
Yeah, that was the thing. That was kind of like this rivalry between her and Megan Fox. Yeah, I Megan Fox isn't good, but at least she has her head a little bit straight than Amber Heard did.
Yeah, I mean, there was a rivalry there for a while there between her and Megan.
Really?
Yeah, no, apparently, it got to the point. I've heard rumors that it got to the point where Amber started it more. It even got to blows. Like she wanted to fight Megan for roles. Like this girl is like, based on all the evidence, it sounds like she needs to go to the insane asylum.
She does. Can
Yeah.
you fucking imagine? I heard she's a bisexual. She's a lesbian. Can you imagine if Amber Heard actually got with Megan Fox?
Mm.
I've heard rumors about that she's just doing that she's not really bisexual. She's just doing that to appeal to the woke crowd. So people,
Yeah. I mean, everybody's doing that in Hollywood. You know what? You know what I heard? I heard she was married and she abused her wife, and that's why she got arrested that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, I heard she did not even abuse her wife. She like it was full on beaten her wife. I mean, it was like and like I've heard stuff about her that like it's like you were into some freaky stuff, and like
She needs to really keep a lid on herself, that's for sure.
She needs to I think she honestly, I mean,
she needs your belching bug. That's what she needs. Good speaking.
she needs to go far away. I mean,
she does. She needs to. They need to lock her up deep somewhere and throw away the key for a while, for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say put
just
her
like Arnold says, you lack discipline.
Honestly, I would say put her in one of those female prisons with the really tough prisoners, and
yeah,
let's see how she gets beaten up in prison. Have the guards just
well, 10 times better than Orange Is the New Blood. Not no lesbian shit, because she's known for that.
Maybe she
give her some rough. So give her some rough.
I know
roughness.
Hey! I know what she needs. She needs Dyke Tyson. If anyone remembers that show, Rescue Me.
Oh yeah.
I think one of the firefighters gets like a little. They didn't show it for long, but he gets like a little small fight with this rough biker dyke or something like that. No, you probably don't remember, but
no, I remember. I just say have her just have it where she gets she goes to a woman's prison, and one of those real tough women's prisons.
Yeah,
and when she gets beaten up in prison, the guards just sit there. I don't know what happened, because sometimes the guards will do that.
The guards will look.
Yeah, give her the Sarah Connor treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, man. But sure, she's done. She's not coming back for Aquaman 2. They're thinking about Emilia Clarke to replace her. I love Emilia Clarke, despite the fact she did that shitty Terminator movie. But I like her. I like Emilia Clarke.
I've heard rumors that Johnny Depp, his court case for the U.S. because he lost it in England for bullshit reasons.
Yeah,
which I've heard Amber Heard bribed the judge.
Oh God!
From what I've heard,
she was
did.
she was gonna blow him, give him the.
Yeah,
she blew the judge.
Yes, that's what I heard. She blew the judge.
Jesus, what the fuck is up with that woman?
I
Really?
mean, listen. I mean, so as long as the judge does not think, as long as he does not think with his dick,
Right.
Johnny Depp is safe. But the thing is, sorry, most guys do. Most guys do think with their dick.
Yes,
So
unfortunately, they do think with their Johnson. So yeah.
exactly. So we just have to hope and pray that the judge does not think with his dick, and that Amber Heard actually does go to prison, because what she's looking at right now, with all the evidence, there's making false claims, assault, this is actually a crime. Unnecessary.
She lied to the fucking police. That was makeup. It wasn't a bruise. That was fucking makeup.
Yeah, exactly.
She fucking lied to the police.
Well, that counts as false claims, but. And then there's
don't forget the phone calls, the recorded phone calls.
Yeah, and then there's actually this crime too.
Johnny needs some judge.
Unnecessary defecation is the she's already looking at 20 years right now.
Really?
Well, because I mean, defecation.
Even if she did go to jail, she'd probably never do any of that.
Honestly, I would say, even if she does, I mean, that the defecation thing, maybe you could like shrug that off, like even if it was on purpose. But like, she's already looking at 10 years at least, So
she's done. It's, speaking of celebrities in trouble with the law, what do you think of this whole thing with Alec Baldwin? Because he has he's going to have an interview tomorrow on ABC.
Listen, I know protocol with weapons and everything. It does not. I've heard this bullshit excuse. It's not the actor's job to check the gun. It does not matter. When somebody hands you a gun, you, as the person holding the gun, are supposed to check it. No matter if somebody says cold gun, even if my own mother handed me a gun and she told me it's not loaded, I will still check it.
Right.
I mean, I've heard people defending Alec Baldwin saying, "Well, it's not the actor's job to check the gun."
How the fuck can you defend him? The evidence is there. It was his production company. He was in charge. You don't give us that bullshit. Oh, I feel sorry for him. Get the fuck out of here. It's proven. There's evidence. Stop trying to protect this guy.
Honestly, Alec Baldwin, I would say this. Whatever you say, it's been about a month and how many days? Whatever you say tomorrow in your little interview, it's bullshit. You should have came out that day, the day it happened. Like, I'm sorry, I messed up. We were trying to cut corners, and because I tried to cut corners, somebody's life is gone.
I've seen some other. I'm already seeing people's reaction to that interview, and they just like us, they know it's crocodile tears. He's trying to get out of it. It's not gonna fucking work for you. Sorry, Alec. It ain't gonna fucking. You're fucking done.
Well, even his, there's a problem when your own family doesn't talk to you. None of the Baldwin, none of the Baldwin brothers talk to Alec.
Really?
That tells you. Yeah, that tells you something. That tells you something.
Even his like
Stephen Baldwin. He's a conservative.
Didn't anyone see how he kind of acted with his wife at one point in that video?
Oh yeah.
Well, like Stephen, Billy, all of the Baldwins don't like. Alec is not welcome at their house.
That tells you something.
And even Ireland Baldwin, his own daughter.
Yeah, after all that shit, he shitting on her in that phone call. You really think she's gonna after traumatizing her like that? You think she's gonna go to death for him?
She does not even talk to her dad. She hasn't she like here's the thing. I divorce records and stuff like this is public record, and so there's evidence is there with Kim Basinger got full custody.
You know damn well Kim Basinger isn't going to come and save his ass.
Kim Basinger got full after Alec Baldwin said that stuff to his daughter. Kim Basinger got full custody.
Good for her.
Because
Yeah,
she was like,
didn't he call his daughter a pig or something like that, or make pig noises?
yeah, just because. Well, I think it was just because she didn't answer the phone when he was calling her. Called her a pig and everything.
He's done. He's done.
Honestly, you know, in the words of Fabio, cancel culture does not exist. But I say cancel Alec Baldwin.
He's already being canceled.
Well, let's cancel him even more. You know.
You think about it, we have nothing like this has happened in years since Brandon Lee, and all of a sudden it happens out of nowhere after learning from Brandon Lee. Something is fishy. That tells you something.
Well, if you listen to the conspiracy theorists on YouTube, which some of those guys are legit, but some of them I just like to laugh at, if you know what I mean. But the conspiracy theories guys on YouTube says that they think it was on purpose because that the woman who was killed, her next project was going to be a documentary on the Clintons. Sorry to get into this territory, Scotty, but yeah.
You know what? Speaking of Brandon Lee, he did a move with Dolph Lundgren. Even Dolph Lundgren came out and slammed Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Good for you, Dolph. Good for you. Ivan Drago takes down Alec Baldwin.
You know what?
TKO.
What did Dolph say?
I think that should be Alec Baldwin's punishment. You hang him up from like a punching bag and just have Dolph give him a few punches.
Wherever he hits, he destroys.
Yes.
So there's going to be do you think it's possible for a celebrity death match between Alec Baldwin and Dolph Lundgren?
That'll be cool. That show needs to come back. They're bringing back this whole nostalgia thing. We're bringing back a lot of celebrity death match. I can see it on Netflix. Yeah, I can see it coming back. All the stuff with celebrities now. Why the fuck not?
It'd be really cool on Netflix. Make celebrity death match like that big thing that they're trying to push right now with Bender Snatch and the Undertaker Escape from the Undertaker. The interactive make a celebrity death. An interactive celebrity death match.
Who's the lady I keep hearing?
Little area. That light down there.
Who's the lady I keep hearing?
It ain't the left room. If it's outside, it should have a long range.
Maybe it's a different light.
Huh?
Maybe it's a different light because this one.
No, I think. Did you have the light in the corner over there
Scotty?
flashing all day?
Yeah.
That's the one going
Maybe
outside?
it sounds like this is kind of a private conversation. Maybe you should just turn his mic off.
Okay.
Look to see it.
If you know what I mean.
Okay.
Sorry, that sounded like a private conversation. So,
Right.
um,
Well, I mean, I'm just privating your conversation. Just let me know in the chat or something, and let me know when you're. I didn't want to interfere. So.
well, he can.
Who's on? Who's that? Is that his girlfriend, wife, or mother? I don't know.
I don't know if he's seen somebody or not. But it sounded private, so I just say turn the mic off. But yeah, I don't know, the whole Alec Baldwin thing. I just think it's just like you're done, Alec. I don't know. I mean,
You know if he's still talking? Oh, you wouldn't know. Okay.
so
Hey, Wellman, are you there? Okay.
it still sounds like he's talking to them.
All right.
Well, lately, so what I've been doing is my aunt got me all these movies that she recorded back in the day. So it's like various different movies. So lately I was watching what was it earlier? I can't remember now, but this particular VHS tape has The Money Pit with Tom Hanks, and then I think next is Rio Lobo with John Wayne. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to watch it because it was recorded back in the '80s, so you get to see all those commercials, you know.
Yeah.
Are you getting tired?
Just a little.
You sound a
but I
little
do have
tired.
question. What's up?
You sound a little tired.
Yeah, just a little. But I did have a question. Did Dolph Lundgren made a comment against Alec Baldwin? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, he did. I don't know what exactly he said. We'll have to get with Wildman what he said. But did you hear about this? Bobby was saying this on his stream. Apparently, they're going to get rid of extra large cups.
That sounds stupid. That sounds stupid.
Get rid of what?
Extra large cups at
Extra large
restaurants and stuff,
Hmm.
and gas stations.
So we don't have those giant cups.
Hey, you're back.
Yeah.
So
Ty
when
suggested you
Fabio
mute your
said
mic
that-
maybe because it seemed like you had a private conversation with somebody. So, you there, Wildman?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a conversation. I figured I should mute because it seemed private between y'all, I guess.
No, go ahead.
Anyways, you were saying, Ty?
So yeah, lately what I've been doing, in case they do that, I've been saving my extra large cups. Then that way, if I go into a gas station or, a restaurant like a fast food joint, do you want your drink? No, thanks. I already got mine. And then at that point, what are they going to do? If I'm already starting to fill it, they can't charge me for it, so it's a free drink.
You hoping to get some free Miller Yellow, maybe? I mean, does anyone like Miller Yellow?
I like Mellow Yellow.
I remember drinking it a few times. It's okay.
Does anyone still like some good old Coke with lime?
Coke with what?
Coke with lime. That came out back in 2005.
I don't. I think I remember seeing it in the stores. I don't remember ever drinking it.
Good stuff. Coke with lime. You can still you can drink it mainly at particular movie theaters, specifically AMC. They serve that drink.
I like.
Dr. Pepper.
I prefer Dr. Pepper and Jack Daniels.
I remember liking Seven Up back in the day.
You still like it now?
I like it. I just haven't drank it lately. I've drunk in a lot of the zero sugar Coca-Cola is pretty good.
Yeah,
I've tried to quit drinking pop many times. I just can't do it.
How long
I've
Just
tried.
just focus on drinking the zero sugar ones.
Yeah. Well, the problem is like the zero sugar Dr. Pepper tastes really bad. So.
What about the diet ones?
I can't drink diet either. So.
No, the diet. I mean, at least the zero sugar almost tastes like the sugary one. At least the Coke Zero was okay.
You know what? I've never tried it. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put Jack Daniels in the zero sugar Dr. Pepper. See how that tastes.
Maybe that might, enhance your fuel.
Yeah. But it's really good with Dr. Pepper? It's butterscotch whiskey that they make. And that's really good in Dr. Pepper.
That sounds interesting. Speaking of Dr. Pepper, you remember the guy in American Werewolf in London, David Naughton? You know how he got his start, right?
Yeah, he did a Dr. Pepper commercial.
I'm a pepper, you're a pepper, he's a pepper.
We're all peppers, hey.
Yeah. So I was telling Scotty, my aunt recorded all these. Yeah, she gave me all of her VHS tape collection. Like she recorded a lot of these movies back in the day. So it's just like a bunch of random movies on these VHS tapes. So like one of them I think was Turner and Hooch, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and then The Goonies. You know, but this one is. I can't remember what the first one was, but right now, right now, what's on is The Money Pit with Tom Hanks.
That's a very underrated movie with him.
I do like it. And then I think next is Rio Lobo.
You know what I watched over the Thanksgiving holiday? I didn't watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but I watched. They had a marathon of the National Lampoon Vacation movies.
Oh, that's
except Christmas Vacation, because they're saving that for actual Christmas.
You know, it is bad, but I actually do like. I like Christmas Vacation too on a bad movie level. You know what I mean? So I think it's kind of fun bad.
I heard they brought the original Audrey back, and they brought Eric Idle back from European.
Yeah, they did. And Dana Barron, she still looks good, you know, in that movie, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot better than that vacation movie that came out a few years ago. That one sucked.
You mean the reboot, I guess, or
Yeah.
I didn't mind Vegas. Vegas is not that bad.
No, Vegas is not that bad. See, I actually wrote a script. This was a little short script. It was I was trying to think of where could the Griswolds go, so I picked Hawaiian Vacation. And the person who I was thinking of to play Rusty, I was in my early 20s, so Jackass was big. I was watching a lot of Jackass, but the person I was thinking of was Johnny Knoxville as Rusty.
I could see that, but Andy Michael Hall, he still looks great. I could see him come back as Rusty because he was known for comedy. He did Saturday Night Live for a while with Robert Downey Jr. when they were. You remember that they were on there for a while.
But in this script, it was so like basically it would be all of Cousin Eddie's kids, and when I say all of them, I mean everybody. You know, because I remember I had to count all the kids Eddie had. You know,
how many did Eddie have?
I think I counted 7.
7.
I think I counted 7 at one point. And so it was all of Cousin Eddie's kids. And this was kind of around the same time, Randy Quaid was having his issues. So I said, okay, well, business-wise, I'm going to have to probably replace Randy Quaid. And I actually thought of Bill Murray to play Cousin Eddie.
Wow.
You know?
That would have been awesome.
I think Bill Murray could have done it. Either that or I picked Jim Belushi. So
Jim Belushi would have nailed it definitely because he did play a movie. He was in a movie where he used a Southern accent called Retroactive. That was a very good movie. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those time travel movies.
So that's who I picked. I picked Bill Murray or Jim Belushi, and like the whole concept was it was Clark is retiring, and so he plans his big vacation.
One final vacation. Right?
Instead of Hawaii, can you imagine it being in Jamaica, like in the Caribbean?
That would be.
Heck, maybe they'll encounter. Gosh, what's those characters' name? Those. What's his face? Andrew McCarthy and Jonathan Silverman from Weekend at Bernie's.
I love Weekend at Bernie's. That would have been awesome if they came across the dead Bernie. That would be a great crossover.
Yeah. Richard and Larry, that's their names. Richard and Larry.
I loved Weekend at Bernie's. I didn't like the sequel that much, but the first one is a classic. By the way, speaking of Terry Weiser, did you? He was just in that fan film, that new Friday the 13th fan film on the continuation of Part 7,
Rosebud.
New Blood. That was great.
Is that out? Is that out yet?
It just premiered on YouTube this past Monday. It was great. It was cool to see Laura Parr Lincoln as Tina again. They did a good job. They did a great fucking job.
She still looks hot.
Oh yeah.
See, like a lot of people don't like this idea I had for Friday the 13th Part 13. Some people do, but some people do. Like like my whole thing is I was going to bring back Tommy, but Tommy, like, it seems like some fans they want him to continue to be crazy. Tommy was 19 years old when we last saw him. None of us are the same people we were when we were 19.
It was kind. That's why I loved him in Jason Goes to and Jason Lives, because he overcame that. He was a badass, and that other guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
why do you think they had that same actor in the video game? Because he was the better Tommy. He was a badass. He overcame.
Well, yeah.
Jason.
Well, Tommy. So Tommy is supposed to be 19 years old in Jason Lives, according to the timeline.
How is he supposed to be in Part 5 unless they don't acknowledge that?
So my whole thing was, I was like, okay, well, I was going to make Tommy join the military, and he becomes a highly elite special forces operative.
And he becomes a member of that group in Jason Goes to Hell, which was involved in Roseblood.
And he also teams up with Duke, is what I had in my script.
That sounds like Andy in Child's Play. You remember he went to the military in Child's Play 3?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
By the way, speaking of that, what do you guys think of this new Chucky series?
I haven't seen it.
It's coming back for a second season.
I know that Rambo Ralph for Life is going to love that.
No shit.
I don't know. Like I said, I still think
it's okay. It's okay. It's like they're kind of going the Cobra Kai route, bringing back some characters. It's okay. I like how it's mixed with humor and horror. They still have the old Chucky mixed with the silly Chucky. I like how they mixed it up, like with Cobra Kai. It's okay.
Like I said,
is Fiona Dourif in there, or did they even?
She is.
Like I said, I like Matt, but like if he joins us, I'm sorry, Matt, but it seems like he just doesn't. He's just become a little too picky about movies nowadays,
I
mean, sometimes I'm surprised, like what he likes and what he doesn't like now. You know what I mean? So. But hey, guess what? I'm always going to be a fan of his because he was one of the first people to inspire me to make YouTube videos. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah, same here.
And
yeah,
I
really need. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If he's lost his touch, you know what? I'm going to stick with him because I'm a fan. So
Yeah.
It's just like it's just like Guess what? I love a lot of great rock bands. Even if they put out a new album and they're not as good as they once were, I'm still going to support them and buy their latest album. If it sucks, I don't have to live. I could still maybe I could find some songs I enjoy for it.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I need to start making videos again. I took a breather because it was too stressful, but I'm slowly getting back into things. I miss making videos. I will love. I do make a few from time and time, but I really want to get back into making reviews and other stuff. There's other stuff I want to do.
Yeah. Well, I want to see that Dirty Harry fan film.
Oh, you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about doing that. I have other fan films I want to do, but yeah, I'm glad you remember that. Yeah, I'm thinking about continuing that. I guess I didn't have the chance because I didn't have the tools like they have now with fan films. How the fan films are evolving now. I guess I didn't make it work because I didn't have the tools at the time because YouTube was still fan films weren't that popular, but now with the technology they have now and seeing how fan films have evolved, I think I might still continue on doing that Dirty Harry one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, because I mean, I still think. I mean, I would love to see more. I would love to see more Dirty Harry films. Like even if Clint Eastwood. I mean, like, yeah, obviously you can't get Clint Eastwood, but I mean,
there's even talked about his son, Scott Eastwood. There's talking about his son taking over the role.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I don't know how I feel about that. I think Scott should.
He does a good impression of him if you watch his.
I mean, how do you feel about him overall as an actor, Scott Eastwood?
He's okay.
I think he needs to find that one role that is not his dad's to prove himself more. Like, honestly, I would just say get Thomas Jane as Dirty Harry.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of weirded out on Thomas Jane after that whole stuff with the Punisher. I'm kind of weirded out on him.
Yeah.
Or there's this one guy. He's a British actor. His name is Richard Armitage.
Mm-hmm.
He was Thorin Oakenshield in Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit movies.
Right.
I think I think he would be a good Dirty Harry.
There were even talks of Hugh Jackman as Dirty Harry because when he played Wolverine, they say he had kind of like that Clint Eastwood type of quality.
Yeah,
I don't think it's too late. I think he can pull it off.
I remember when they that it would have been awesome if Clint Eastwood played an old man Wolverine, old man Logan.
Maybe get Clive Owen as Dirty Harry.
I don't know. There were talks of him playing James Bond. That would have worked for him, but no.
With a thick British accent.
And my feelings with the new James Bond, No Time to Diarrhea. That movie sucked. And Daniel Craig, I know you like him, but I never care for him.
I think he's like my favorite James Bond will always be George Lazenby, but like Daniel Craig, he's okay as Bond. Like I don't really find him like he doesn't strike me as James Bond. It's kind of like if we all know the James Bond code name is bullshit. We're not going to get into that, but like it's just like this guy is.
Oh God, I hate that idea. I really do.
Yes, this guy is like a James Bond impersonator.
He is because the reason they made him that way because Jason Bourne was popular and they tried to do that. But you know what? Jason Bourne isn't popular anymore. It's all about John Wick now. They should go to John Wick well, have the movies violent. Have Bond as a martial artist and get Scott Adkins. I don't give a shit how old he is. Look at all these other action heroes who are old and they're still wandering around chasing women as young as they are. People don't give it. You see them on screen. No one gives a shit about them.
You know what? If Scott Adkins, if they announced him tomorrow as James Bond, I'd be like, okay, cool. And like honestly, like I say, they should get Scott Adkins and get the guy who Albert Broccoli originally wanted to direct GoldenEye. Albert Broccoli, and he did not even see his American movies. He wanted John Woo to direct GoldenEye.
Oh my God, that would have been awesome.
But John Woo he was just too busy at that time, and he regretted that decision because he had to turn down James Bond. Give John Woo a second shot and give him.
Think about it. Scott Adkins is a martial artist. John Woo is known for Hong Kong action movies. Can you imagine if you have John Woo and Scott Adkins doing a James Bond movie, R-rated? It'd be fucking epic.
It would.
The greatest Bond. I'll tell you, it'll be the greatest James Bond movie, way better than fucking Skyfall. I can't stand Skyfall.
Oh, you didn't like Skyfall, even though
it's so fucking overrated. It's so fucking overrated. The whole Daniel Craig is an overrated Bond. It's my opinion. I don't care
what do you think of Spectre? Not the same.
You mean Sphincter?
Well,
it had moments, but I didn't watch it all the way. Dude, no, Daniel. In my opinion, Daniel Craig, he's gonna be known as the most overrated Bond in 5 or maybe 2 years. Just watch because people didn't go see this. Even people in America didn't go see this movie because they realized how bad the franchise went when Craig took over. I know people think differently. That's their opinion, but I'm sticking to mine.
I know that Anna, that Star Wars girl, is not a fan of Daniel Craig.
Good for her.
I enjoyed the Daniel Craig movies has never been one of my favorites. Like I like Casino Royale, but that's really about it. And you know, but I do think that like I don't know. I mean, I think Scott Adkins, I really do think would be a good James Bond. I'd just be worried about like how many he could do.
He don't you see his movies? He takes care of himself, you know. And he was he was the original choice for Batman, but he lost it to that fucking Twilight guy.
Yeah, well, my thing is with Scott Adkins again. Like I know he takes care of himself, but like, you know, somebody could age rapidly, you know, and like I don't want to see another Grandpa James Bond, Roger Moore in his later years, you know, with some of the women. Would be my concern. But you know what? If Scott Adkins was announced tomorrow, I'd be like, okay, cool. We're going to get a James Bond who can actually fight, you know?
Yes, make Bond a martial art. They'll be much, much different than what they did. Because if you look at it, James Bond is a grindhouse type of character. He's known for sex and violence. He's a character known for in exploitation films, if you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So why the fuck not actually make the Bond movie kind of like exploitation, R-rated? You got the guns, the guns, and the banging and the boobs and all that. You know, the kung fu. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And okay, well, so we got our James Bond. Who should be the next Bond girl?
You could get a lot of women to get. Get Kate Beckinsale. Why the fuck not? You know what? Why? I wonder why you didn't get her in the beginning. She's gorgeous. That's my woman right there. I love Kate Beckinsale. Why not her?
Kate Upton.
I don't know.
I'm kidding.
Anna Taylor-Joy.
Don't, and please, nobody mention Amber Heard, please.
No.
Well,
especially Megan Fox, please, not her.
Well, hold on. If you get Amber Heard, what you do is you just have Scott Adkins roundhouse kick her and she falls.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's about to have sex with him, but he pulls the gun and shoots you out the window, blows her head off.
Sex to 9.
You know what? I think she's actually a pretty beautiful. She's very beautiful and she's a decent actress. I mean, she's not the greatest in the world. What about Brooke Hogan?
Maybe, yeah. You know what? Why not? Yeah, if she can study her acting skills, why the fuck not? She's a singer. I can see her doing a song for the Bond movies. Why not? Yeah, she can. I think she needs a little work. I think she can pull it off.
Yeah. Or honestly, I think Keira Knightley would be a good Bond girl.
Oh, definitely. Even Emilia Clarke.
She's
British.
I was going to say Emilia Clarke, but maybe Anna Taylor-Joy.
I don't even know who that is.
She's in Split. She's the lead girl in Split.
Oh, you know what? You want to talk about an older Bond? Why not an older Bond girl? Why not an older Bond girl? How about Cynthia Rothrock?
That'd be. Hey, I mean, guess what? You know what? Make Cynthia Rothrock a cougar, going after the younger James Bond. Oh my gosh! You know what they could do? Obviously they're gonna have to change the name, but they're gonna have to adapt it somehow. I don't know how you would, but the book Moonraker. I love the movie Moonraker. It is a good movie, but the book Moonraker is so much better. It's basically Drax builds a giant missile that can go to the U.S. and Bond has to stop it, and it's this big Cold War thriller with James Bond, and like the lead Bond girl is an older woman than Bond, and then like it's one of the best Ian Fleming Bond books, and so they could do something like that. Basically, one of the worst James Bond movies, Die Another Day. But again, I enjoy that movie. Like,
me too, man. That I understand it's not perfect, but what do you expect from a Bond movie? And people call this movie the movie that killed Bond. that's what you expect from a Bond movie. What did you expect?
To me,
I-
Die Another Day is like, okay, it's like the Bond version of a B movie, you know, is how I look at it. Like, it's like, okay, you have James Bond fighting a Sith Lord, basically.
Right.
You know, so anyway,
And you know what? Halle Berry was a better Bond girl than this. When it comes to black women as Bond girls, she did a better job than that bitch in this new one. And I heard they were trying to do a spin-off with her. What the fuck happened with that?
they had a choice. They had a choice between doing that and to do the Casino Royale.
I think they fucked her over with that. Definitely.
I would, you know, like,
I wanted to see more of Ana de Armas. No, she was hot.
Which one was that?
The one that was in No Time to Die. Ana de Armas, the one that helped him up and
the one in the purple dress.
Oh yeah. I wanted to see more of Michelle Yeoh. I liked her because she was a Bond girl who could kick some ass. Really, I
always thought they should have, instead of getting Denise Richards and The World Is Not Enough, they should have got Cynthia Rothrock as that character.
You know, think about it. Scott Adkins, Cynthia Rothrock in the James Bond movie. They're both known for martial arts. Think about it. That would have been a perfect way to bring Bond into the martial arts genre.
Oh yeah, I do like the idea of Scott Adkins as James Bond. But my concern is the age factor. But like, I think if he takes care of himself and he doesn't age rapidly, like, just keep an eye on his age. Like Roger Moore, you know, let's face it. And some of the later ones, like, he should have quit after For Your Eyes Only. I like Octopussy, but, you know, after View to a Kill, he kind of became a creepy old man.
Because that's why Roger Moore retired, because he even said when you're doing a love scene with a girl who's old enough to be your granddaughter, you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
Exactly. So I would say,
yeah, from what I heard, him and Grace Jones didn't get along either.
You know what? Grace Jones, she was dating Dolph Lundgren. Of course, he was in the movie.
You know, that's another thing. Like, I thought, you know what? I would love to see. I know Dolph already was in a James Bond movie, but like,
I can get him as a villain. I can see him as a villain.
Yeah, he's in one scene in A View to a Kill. Get Dolph Lundgren as a villain.
You know, I can see him. He looks exactly like. I can see him play Jaws. Get him as the new Jaws. I can see him playing Jaws. Get him as the new Jaws, because the other guy died.
Even in the book, though, I always go back to the books because I'm a huge fan of the books. Jaws is not in the books. They had a character called Horror. That was his name, Horror, and he was like this sadistic, like, psychopath villain, like almost like Joker level. So like, that was kind
of like the same villain in Skyfall with the.
Yeah, but not.
He was Joker like.
Think more Jack Nicholson Joker versus, you know, Heath Ledger Joker.
You know what? I would love to see an actual Bond girl as the main villain in a Bond film.
I would love to see another Bond girl as the villain. We did have that in The World Is Not Enough.
Because that would be more manipulative, because he's having sex with her. She's like manipulating him and all that. Because she's the main villain.
He's using him as the tool.
Actually, you know, you could even do that as like a big twist, you know.
Yeah, it's like some old flame that he knew and she's trying to push him to join the other side, like Batman and Catwoman, that type of relationship. And Bond shakes her off, and they have this confrontation.
Right.
But you know what? You know who would make a great Bond villain? And this guy has just made a comeback with another franchise. Speaking of Cobra Kai, Martin Kove.
Yeah.
Or even better, because he knows martial arts. Thomas Ian Griffin. He's back in Cobra Kai.
I always thought Arnold Vosloo would make a good Bond villain.
Yes, the Mummy. Yes, and of
Yes,
course
I'm shocked that he never even got any kind of consideration.
he played Darkman once.
Yeah, 2 and 3.
You know what? Speaking of Darkman, get Liam Neeson as a Bond villain because
Yeah.
he was one of the original candidates for Bond in the 90s.
Yeah, yeah, and he almost got the part. If Pierce Brosnan said no, he was third choice. The second choice was Paul McGann,
Right.
and but Liam Neeson had to turn it down because Natasha Richards did not want him to play James Bond.
She even said, if you do action movies, I'm divorcing you. And look where he is now.
And
Yeah, he's doing loads of them. He's saying, "Oh, I'm."
Speaking
free.
of, I remember you were talking about Naked Gun earlier. I heard he was supposed to replace Leslie Nielsen for a Naked Gun reboot.
I don't know if he could. I don't know. That'd be interesting, but
It would be cool to see him do comedy, but I don't know about Naked Gun.
maybe have
Who?
I don't know. Maybe have him. Maybe have him do it like a Naked Gun style comedy that's not Naked Gun.
Yeah, a different kind of. Because when was the last time we've had a good spoof movie? Think about it. When was the last time we've had a good spoof movie?
Like what could be really funny, and it parodying old, a lot of these older guys doing action movies. Like you could call it Old Man or something.
You can put that in Hot Shots because the Hot Shots franchise was to action movies. What Scary Movie was to horror films because the first Hot Shots film they were mocking Top Gun, and the second one they were mocking Rambo. So you can make that a Hot Shots story.
Well, that's my question. Why did they never do Hot Shots Part 3?
Right, because Scary Movie is known for horror films, and Hot Shots is known for. I'm sure there's a lot of action films. I can see them mocking John Wick. Maybe have Charlie Sheen in the John Wick character or something.
Well, I mean, I say, I don't know. I mean, just because Charlie Sheen, he's not he said he's not doing any more movies because he fled to Europe after the Corey Feldman stuff. He fled to Europe.
Oh, jeez.
So I'm not saying anything, but when you flee to Europe after allegations like that, you've kind of proven to me that you're guilty. You know what I mean?
Oh man, Jesus, Charlie.
So listen. So Charlie, I just say, guess what? Just say, just get Emilio as that character.
Right. Because he did do a spoof comedy. No, he did Loaded Weapon. You remember that? National Lampoon's
Loaded Weapon.
The Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, that was.
Can you imagine if that was a Hot Shots movie, but with Emilio in it instead of Charlie?
That would have been funny. You know what? Samuel L. Jackson's in everything now. Do a loaded. I'd say do like Loaded Weapon 2000.5.
Right, mocking because Mel Gibson, he's thinking about directing Lethal Weapon 5 now with Richard Donner gone.
Well, he made a promise to Mel Gibson made a promise to Richard Donner that if he dies, he wants him to finish the movie. So
that means it's going to happen. I hope he does it right, because and Mel Gibson has kind of redeemed himself, so I'm sure he'll redeem the franchise as well.
What I think they should do, and this is what I would do, make it the kids in Lethal Weapon 4 would be old enough now to be cops. Have it where the grandson and the son become cops.
That would be awesome. What did you think of the TV show?
I actually did like Clayne Crawford as Riggs.
He was good.
Yeah. I don't think Damon Wayans fit. I think that they should have gotten Michael Jai White.
Yeah, but he would have been the more physical one, because Riggs was the younger one and Murtaugh was the older one.
Yeah,
Murtaugh wasn't the physical type.
Yeah, but when they replaced him with Sean William Scott, now I don't know if you saw those seasons.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I didn't even watch them because how can you have Lethal Weapon without Riggs? It doesn't make sense.
I gave it a shot. Now Sean William Scott, like I was surprised by him. He like when he was doing these action scenes, he kind of had a Bruce Willis vibe. Like he was kind of being a smartass, you know. Sean William Scott was very surprising. It wasn't now obviously, it wasn't really the same without Riggs and Murtaugh, but like I gave it a shot, and Sean William Scott surprised me because like I said, Bruce Willis vibes. I mean, he was kind of being a smartass to people. So, but I did like Clayne Crawford as Riggs. But I don't know, like. I don't know. See, I don't even know who you would have gotten to play Murtaugh, but like, even if Wesley Snipes would be willing to play, you know, not the more physical guy, you know, I think it could have worked.
So what did I miss, gentlemen?
We were talking about this upcoming Lethal Weapon directed by Mel Gibson, and we were talking about the TV show that came out.
Yeah, 2016. Never watched it.
What did you think of that, and what do you think of this new Lethal Weapon directed by Mel Gibson?
Well, here's the good news. I think Mel Gibson can still direct. At least, you know, I didn't know how Richard Donner was going to direct it, especially with him being 90 years old.
Junebug mentioned that Mel Gibson made a promise to him that if I die before we make this movie, you finish it for me.
Yeah. So maybe Mel Gibson also.
By the way,
maybe Richard Donner also made a. Maybe he also made a promise to Richard Donner that he'll direct Goonies too.
Ice cream.
That would be interesting. Mel Gibson directing a Goonies movie because he's proven himself as a director, you know, with Braveheart and these other movies. Birthday ice cream.
Well, it's homemade vanilla and chocolate syrup in there. That's the type of flavor, and I also added some cinnamon in there.
Gravy.
I'm getting silence. No love for the cinnamon.
I'm more watching my cat right now, making sure he doesn't do anything. Do anything.
But like I said, a lethal. If you're gonna do something like Lethal Weapon, do a female Lethal Weapon, but not woke. Because I remember that idea I had with that movie I told you about, A Certain Fury.
Yeah. With
Tatum O'Neal and Irene Cara. I like that movie, and it would have been awesome if they do a sequel to that where they're older and they're Tatum O'Neal is a cop and Irene Cara is like an attorney, and they team up to investigate these cases.
I mean, I really like Tatum O'Neal as Tatum O'Neal, and she's like I told you about her idea she had for a comedy.
Yeah,
where she wanted to. She never knew how to write it, but like I would write this for her. I mean, Tatum O'Neal. Like if I got a chance to work with an Academy Award-winning actress like Tatum O'Neal, sweet. Where she wanted to basically have it where her Oscar smack talks her, how she can't audition and everything. All this.
That'll be. I like that. That sounds like something like Birdman with Michael Keaton.
See, like, and then like I'm like, man, if you do that, who has to voice the Oscar, right?
Who?
Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, so the Oscar is definitely gonna be shit talking her.
Oh yeah, no, and I would just tell Andrew Dice Clay, just smack talk her.
I miss Andrew Dice Clay, man. That guy needs to do a comeback. I heard he's still working on doing a comeback. I can see him as a Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
I loved For Farley. I love that movie he did with Terry Hatcher, Brain Smasher with Chosen from Karate Kid and Cobra Kai. That was a good movie. Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay. Why not? He needs to come back.
Oh yeah, Andrew Dice Clay would be perfect for a smack talking Oscar.
I know. I mean,
I want to see. Hearing that idea. I want to help write that script.
Yeah, is there going to be a reference to the Miss Muppet, Miss Truffet Joker? Where the fuck?
Hey, you know what? If you write that script, we could try to send it to her. I don't know really, because you're more. You being an extra, you have more connections than I do, so.
Yeah, I'll work on it. And you know what? I also have ideas for this whole Ghostbusters series. I want to get in touch with Dan Aykroyd about it too.
I mean, heck, you know what? I would direct it. So because
I would direct it too. I would direct Ghostbusters too. I would
No, no,
direct. I would direct the
I was
Ghostbusters
talking
season.
about doing the Tatum O'Neal thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at what at what Irene Cara has done recently, as far as acting. She hasn't acted in 15 years.
She's still doing music. She's focusing on music, but I would love to see her come back and do another movie. I remember she did a movie that was like way before Dreamgirls called Sparkle with Philip Michael Thomas from Miami Vice.
Yeah. So she basically would want it. Tatum O'Neal said she basically wanted to be like autobiographical about her life and everything. Which
Apparently she hasn't acted since 2004, actually.
Irene Cara.
Yep. Downtown a street tale.
well, I was looking at her music videos and stuff too, according to IMDb. So
Yes.
But you know what you talked about Tatum O'Neal, that it sounds like of course that movie Postcards from the Edge. Okay, sounds very autobiographical, like Carrie Fisher.
yeah,
It can be something like that.
I was thinking more like an R-rated Birdman, really.
Yeah, it sounds like something out of Birdman, or something like something out of Jean-Claude Van Johnson, because he was Van Damme was a has-been and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get why they fucking canceled that show. They should have moved it to Netflix. They can still do it. They can still bring that show back. I mean, Van Damme, he's still hanging in there.
Yeah, I did like the show, and I understand why Amazon did it, but they should have sold it to Netflix. They were gonna they canceled it to make the Lord of the Rings TV show.
Who gives a fuck about Lord of the Rings? Really? No offense to people who like that, but I never got into Lord of the Rings. It just wasn't my thing. And what's going on with that now? Is it going to happen?
Yes, it is now. It was canceled.
I'm looking forward to that Willow series on Disney. I know I don't give a shit about Disney, but I'll watch it for that. I'm looking forward to that. I can watch Willow any day than Lord of the Rings.
I just hope Val Kilmer. I know Val Kilmer's not doing well health wise, but I hope he's at least in it.
He's coming back for Top Gun, and I heard that they found this computer that can help mimic his voice when he does a scene. It's going to sound exactly like him.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. How are they going to do that? Especially because I saw him in that fucking awful movie called The Snowman. And
I saw that documentary about his life, Val. It was pretty good and sad at the same time. Val, that was pretty good.
Isn't that what they're doing though? Not the computer. They're going to have his son dub him.
I heard they came up with this technology where they take audio of your voice and it studies it and to make you sound exactly like that actor, that person.
Better hope that Ghostface doesn't get access to it.
Kind of like what they did with Harold Ramis for the ending of Ghostbusters Afterlife, where they took footage from the movies, and who was standing in for him for that scene? It was Ivan Reitman.
Really?
It was Ivan Reitman as Egon. But we'll see what happens with Val Kilmer. But I'm looking forward to this new Top Gun. Speaking of nostalgia, now with Ghostbusters out the way, we got Cobra Kai season 4 and Top Gun Maverick to worry about with nostalgia. I'm looking forward to those.
Well, we'll see. Well, we'll see when it comes out.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't get delayed again, which I just now found out.
Yeah,
but I know Top Gun's going to be good because just like Ghostbusters, we've waited so fucking long for a sequel to Top Gun. They came out with a video game that was a sequel, but an actual sequel to the movie that They thought it was impossible. The same thing with Ghostbusters. They thought it was impossible, like it was never going to happen. And look where we are now.
I just hope that Top Gun 2 is successful, and we can get Days of Thunder 2.
I want to see that. I hope that happens because when was the last time we had a good race car movie?
Yeah,
Talladega Nights?
wasn't that Chris Hemsworth the last race?
Nah,
movie?
that I don't count. That don't count. That don't
Not
count.
bad, huh?
Talladega Nights.
Maybe.
I'll say this: like, if Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise can put aside their differences for the movie, just please, I mean, like I know she's kind of smack talked Tom Cruise a little bit in recent interviews.
Who smack talked Tom Cruise?
Nicole Kidman.
Oh, really?
On Howard Stern, she just was doing a typical Howard Stern interview and said stuff like that was just more funny. Like,
oh yeah, was it her talking about how small his penis was and stuff?
yeah, well, she said short man, short penis and stuff like that,
Because she was taller than him.
Yeah, because
Tom Cruise is like what, 5'7", 5'8"?
5'7", and she's like 5'11".
Yeah, well, Tom likes those tall girls, that's for sure. He wants to be towered over
Well, and so he
dominated.
No kidding.
Tom Cruise, she said,
Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, but if you want, we can just unwind off stream if you like. But
okay,
I just want to say, Ty, Isaiah, aka Wildman Beyond, Sam, and seeing Mosh stop by. Thank y'all, and Zero Cool saying hello. Y'all guys are awesome and great, and I appreciate y'all for stopping by my birthday. I couldn't have asked for a pretty good hangout with all the toxic bullshit that I had to endure last year and everything. So it was great having you guys on, and hopefully we can do this again. Maybe we'll do this again whenever John does his live stream. So
yeah,
thanks for stopping in, guys.
My pleasure. Happy birthday again, and Merry Christmas.
Yep, and
Merry Christmas.
See you in the
yeah,
stars.
Merry Christmas, Hanukkah.